Quests and Queers and our countdown, and I can just keep blathering on about how Quests and Queers has a Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/Quests and Queers and support Quests and Queers by helping us upgrade our cameras and microphones so that we won't sound quite as terrible. Once again, that's patreon.com/Quests and Queers.
This never happened with our last tech.
Hi, y'all. Yeah.
Hello!
I'll still make character sheets back there. Over.
So we're just gonna get in that in 1 second. So I guess I'm just gonna do introductions because that's professionalism.
Yeah, totally.
Hello and welcome to Quests and Queers. We are an LGBTQ D&D live stream in affiliation with Toronto Gamers, a local non-for-profit that brings nerdy queers and gamers together through board games, video games, and of course
D&D.
Our music is provided to us by Foxamore today and all days until the end of time. If you love us and support us, please come at us on Twitch, Twitter, all the things, Instagram.
See,
all the
it's
social
funny.
media.
I looked us up on Twitter, but searching Quests and Queers didn't turn up anything. What's with that?
Well,
that's
because on Twitter,
Twitter.
we are at QNQ Gaming.
That's
okay.
why.
That was completely natural and not rehearsed.
None of this is.
I don't remember it being rehearsed. It didn't seem rehearsed.
We're all on the same
So-
page.
But YouTube and Twitch, you can find us at Quests and Queers.
Yes. Additionally, we have our lovely Tex behind us. Hello, Tex. Behind us. You can scream if you want to.
Sup?
Okay.
Our texts today are Danny and Kyle. Thank
Yes.
you very much, both of you.
Yes. So if you love us, please follow us on all the social medias. And we're just gonna jump right into it today. Don't think we have any more announcements.
We do, actually.
Do we have the?
We have two announcements. One is Quests and Queers is now on Patreon. You can go check it out at patreon.com/questsandqueers. We don't have any rewards yet. This is still sort of a soft launch. But if you want to pass us a couple bucks over the summer, we would be greatly appreciated so that we can get better cameras and audio equipment. That's really the end goal with that. So patreon.com/questsandqueers. We are working on some clever rewards for that. Keep posted there as well as on our Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube accounts.
So do you have two?
Patreon. Well, the other one is that I won an award.
You won
Yay!
an
Cool.
Yay!
Awesome.
What award
What
did
a-
you win?
Yeah.
My YouTube channel, Culturally Effed, just won an Ursa Major Award,
Yay.
Big Bear.
which is
The
like
Big Bear Award.
the furry fandom version of the Hugos. So I wanted to brag about that as
Very
the second
proud.
announcement.
Very
Very proud of
exciting.
you, Mark.
Also, Mav's still on hiatus. Jackie's not here this week because he's
Yes.
working on
Correct.
stuff.
You
Jackie.
may notice Jackie is not with us.
Yes, and Mav is on their
Don't
hiatus.
make it sound like he died.
Yeah, I know.
We're all-
Jackie is no
He's
longer
doing
with
work.
us.
Wow.
Guys,
Jackie's-
no.
Jackie's
No.
no longer with us.
No,
Jackie
no.
is
Guys,
busy.
stop.
No.
Busy being
Okay.
alive.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's just not here, which is the equivalent of death. Anyway.
Oh no.
But you will see them both back here on Quests and Queers eventually.
Yes.
Let's go around the
Anyways.
table and introduce ourselves.
Let's do that. You first.
Yeah. Anyways. My name is Brett, and I'll be playing God. So I'm the DM. That's it. He, him pronouns. Move on.
Hi. My voice crack. I'm Charlie.
My name is George.
My name is Charlie and I go by he and she pronouns. I prefer he during this time though. I'm having a weird phase. And I play Rubalux the Red, who goes by he pronouns, who is a red fire-breathing twink.
Dragonborn is the
He's
mispronounced
flaming.
twink.
Now twink.
He's flaming.
He's flaming.
So
Twink is the
flaming.
dragon word for dragonborn.
All right. And next
Weird
we have
coincidence.
lovely Ada.
Ada.
Ada was fiddling with paper.
She or they
instead of
pronouns.
Introducing themselves.
First Protector Lasgra, Goblin Wizard with an apprentice, Shorelar. That's about that. I'm an Abjurer. I'm a Stab Wizard. That's about it.
Sweet.
Stab wizard. We will. Do we? You want to do yours now?
Do I want to introduce my character now, or do I want to introduce my character when
Or
they
you
show up?
just introduce yourself.
I will introduce myself. I'm Alex. I've been doing the tech for the last 4 sessions, 5 sessions, something
So
like that.
long.
I think
than
longer
that.
than that. Give us.
We
For
only do it.
sure.
We do it twice a month, and it's been 4 months. Oh yeah, so maybe like 8 actually. It all blurs together. Life's a blur. Life is just one long blur that never ends.
And then you're not on this show and die, apparently.
And oh yeah, I'm he and him. And yeah, I'm playing a character this week, and you'll find out who that is when they appear. It'll be cool.
Okay. Hi there, my name is Mark. You may know me as RK from my award-winning YouTube show, Culturally F. I use he and him pronouns.
I'm just gonna leave.
But who do you play?
You can't.
Who do you play?
Tonight I will be playing, as I do every night, Egreth Bloodmaw, a Gnoll Ranger / fighter.
Oh yeah, you level up into fighter, right?
Yes.
Yay, first
keeping
multi-class.
I'm keeping that level, despite my clerical errors. Yeah, that's Egreth.
Okay.
Ranger.
She uses she and her pronouns.
Alright. Normally, Jackie would be around playing Aisha.
You guys are so nasty. That's the worst.
So I'm going to be playing Aisha Night Shadow very silently and
Absentia.
almost non-existently, walking beside you and nodding every so often. Because I don't want to take the agency with Jackie's character, because Jackie's character is their own.
Yes.
Okay. Last time
Precisely.
on Quests and Queers. On your way to Kepisa, you went through the waste for several days, coming across several landmarks. You managed to come across an Allmother tree, which is a large tree that rests in the forest, about 1 kilometer thick, and has these huge shades around it. You managed to also find your way through a drow keep, which was long since abandoned and only revealed into the oncoming sandstorm that swept through the paths on the road down. While I don't want to say looting, but I do want to say exploring a long since abandoned drow keep, you managed to come across Nothic, as well as several other magical artifacts. Working through the tunnel system, you managed to come across a group of gnolls that were being ambushed and attacked by Ankegs. 2 out of 3 of them died, however, you did manage to save one of them. And upon an invitation to come back to their camp, with Lazgra noticing some of their marks, you decided to go against it, due to the possible demonic influence of some of their markings.
Bad mojo.
Moving through the rest, you managed to come up out of the sands, moving forever southward towards Kepisa. Finally, branching upwards, you had your faithful companion with you, Struan Klirski, stay with you for several sessions.
He had a last name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I thought he was like Cher.
I'm gonna write this down
You totally
somewhere.
had a last name.
Stroon.
We don't need to know that.
Well,
String
he
loud.
was-
I
he laughed.
might
We
need to
don't
know
know
for the
either.
reasons.
He went back on the
underneath.
desert.
He could be back.
With the gnolls. The gnolls said that there was a seemingly large battle when a group of gnolls and werewolves came through Kepisa somewhat recently, matching some of the sigils that Struan had. Struan, during the night, while resting just outside of Kepisa, left to go find them, leaving you all just outside. So, as...
Can I roll my enchantment check as part of the rest?
Yes, you may.
For the
You don't have that much left.
bracers that I'm working on. That's a enchantment, so it is intelligence plus proficiency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which would put that at 19.
You effectively have Major Item.
Hell yeah! What do they do?
+2 with our armor.
Does it stack with mage armor?
No, it does not.
Are you sure?
Yes, because me and you had this conversation months ago.
Mage armor doesn't count as armor. I read the description a minute ago.
We had this conversation months ago, Ada.
Are you sure? Okay.
Children, please.
We'll deal with it later.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
I'm attuning to a fucking cloak.
All right. You have successfully attuned to Cannigan's cloak. So, just outside, as you see the sun just moving over to the horizon, you see these bright, colorful oranges that just go out from the horizons, peeking out in all distances. You can see huge dunes of sand rushing and waving over the vast majority of the wastes. Just ahead, you can see a mountain lining. But you sit over Kepisa, the light just drowning in. A large cluster of buildings built around a central obelisk that kind of shines out black and sleek into the sky.
So like the obelisk we saw in the desert.
Yes. But much taller and not broken. You can also see it has some coils around its center as it seemingly juts up into the skies. You can also see that it is a rather small number of buildings, like maybe under 100. A lot of them don't seem to stack above 1 story high. Some of them do, not a lot. They are large and almost hexagonal. You can see the roofs are made of this white kind of shingle roofing that deflects into the sunlight. You can tell just walking down that the sand seemingly stops and it gives way to this almost cream red colored bedrock that goes over. You can smell the fresh salt air of the ocean coming in and washing over of the sands. Not like about 500 meters away from the closest house in Kepisa. The fresh rock is a fresh sigh of relief from the sand burning. You can see a collection of small little carpets between the roof itself, multicolored, just creating a small little bit of shade around the city. You're outside of Kepisa. What do you wish to do?
I spit and I say, I hate cities. They reek of human shit.
I know. So, how long is this supposed to last again?
What?
The the
Oh,
cloak
right,
that
'cause
I've been attuning to.
Because of the
All
color
night?
of your scales.
What cloak is that?
I'm
not there.
Birds?
Yeah, I know.
Pigeons? This far in the desert? Right. We
As
have
an
to figure
ignorant
out
viewer, I'd like
how
to
to get
So-
a red dragonborn into a community of was it blue and black dragonborns?
Mostly blue and some black.
Okay.
So wait, you
Apart
guys.
from entering the city, I also should mention that you did see a boulette rushing in the previous night.
Oh, yes,
coming
I read
with a
that down.
hobgoblin on the side of it. You did not know who it was.
My
It seemingly came from the
apprentice
south.
is gonna put on the bracers.
Okay.
I don't know if we do know how long it lasts. It might be an hour. It might be
So-
until you take it off.
Guys, I in tune to this all night, and nobody
I thought
nobody knew how long it.
nobody's done it before.
So you would hold on. You attune to this item.
The cover is that you're going to be Lazarus familiar.
I suppose.
You've attuned to this item, and you don't. Normally, when you spend that much time getting in line with an item, it kind of
Does it?
reveals its properties
All
to
right.
you.
So do I know
Lasts
how?
about an hour.
An hour? Fuck.
All right, so we have an hour to get
In.
a hotel room.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So I'm gonna like grumble and put on this fucking cloak. And do I know how to activate it at all?
How many times a
I
day
mean, yeah,
can you
you
use
totally
it?
know how to activate it. It's fine. But
Okay.
what animal comes out? You don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's random, right?
Not really.
Not really. Fuck.
Only when you use up all the charges.
How many charges a day?
3.
Okay, so that's 3 hours of you being outdoors, basically.
And then once those are out, it switches to another animal.
Oh,
Okay. I just gotta pull it over my head.
Okay,
Do I get to
Tell me,
choose?
tell me when you're. No, you do not.
Oh god. Okay, I'm putting it over my head and like, okay. Let's do this.
Hold on. When you change, are we supposed to put makeup back on you? I don't know if it's gonna show up.
we're not going to put makeup on the tiger
Look.
or whatever.
Look at this. If we walk into town with a fucking bull or whatever, and it's wearing makeup, it's gonna be pretty obvious that the thing is like tamed or whatever. If it's just an animal,
Just put a collar on it or something.
Do not put
collar?
a fucking collar on me.
I mean, that's
How about a
demeaning,
harness? Like,
I'm gonna
This
push
is a-
over my makeup gear
this
to
is a
Laz
this is a
and
valid
just
point.
and like go over.
I don't think makeup is the way to go.
All right, so what do I become?
As that happens,
Look at me.
The cloak shrouds over
Would
you
my
in gold,
familiar
and
wear
as you begin to
collar?
morph down, you can see Rubelux's red scales slowly move into a grizzly bear.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck!
shit.
I'm a grizzly bear. Oh no!
In the middle of the
We don't
desert.
hear you just go.
And also,
well,
let's take a look at your
Wait.
intelligence.
Oh yes.
Hold
Does
on.
my intelligence
No.
change?
I want to
It
try
does.
something.
It's just a normal polymorph spell.
Oh, it's
I wanna try
totally. Oh,
something.
you've totally
No,
transformed.
mental stats.
No, that's
stay.
a true polymorph.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay, let's find out what my stats are. Stats. I'm writing this down
I'm
right here.
curious what
How
this
high
is.
was his intelligence to begin with?
Can
Not
I?
great.
Not enough.
Can I roll Arcana to
I have a
figure this out
-1.
too?
I meant literal
What, for
intelligence.
polymorph?
But
It's
Yeah.
a -1.
Yeah, you can roll Arcana for that.
How much? What's the DC to know? Basically,
I'll tell you.
19.
You got it. You know how it works.
I didn't even ask this, so I'm just dumb now.
Are they still a vaguely
slightly
reddish
stupider
tint?
than I
Yes,
was
slightly
before.
stupider.
I've read about this spell. This is a concentration
Well, you're
spell.
gonna turn into.
Try not to get hit.
Just give me the stats of a brown bear for now, until I figure it out.
All right.
Your intelligence is 2.
Yes!
Your strength
right.
is 19.
My strength is 19.
Your
holy
intellect
shit.
is -4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your wisdom is
Including
+1,
mental
and your
ability
charisma is
scores.
7.
What could go wrong?
What is with this charismatic
Charisma
bear?
is 7?
Have you seen bears? They're basically big dogs.
It's true.
All right.
Very
Change
charming.
alignment and
This is a
personality.
terrible
And that was
plan,
charisma.
but this is the only one we have, so
Yes, the
we're
only
going to
one
go
we
with
have. Let's see what happens. Do, 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 do. I'm a
You're a
bear.
bear. I'm a bear. I'm
it.
a
Well,
bear.
let's
you,
go
bear.
get a hotel room for 3 people and a bear. Lead the way, lads.
I'm like pawing you.
We gotta put makeup on the bear.
For fuck's sakes, put makeup on the bear.
Oh fuck. What check is
Sleight
this?
of hand for sure. Unless you're proficient with
Dumbest
it.
use.
Sure as hell I'm not.
Okay, then if you're working with that toolkit,
Shoal.
if you're working with the toolkit,
No proficiency bonus then, right?
yeah, no proficiency bonus. Sorry.
Shoal's slightly better. That's a dexterity?
Yeah.
Alright. Shoal. Oh, wait a minute. Shoal rolled a 15 for a portent roll. So Shoal's gonna use a 15.
You're wasting a good roll on makeup?
For a bear.
Great. The session's
is
off to a
essential.
great start, by
This
the
is
way.
essential.
Shoal
We're putting makeup on a
does
bear.
not
That's
wanna
what's
get this
happening right
wrong.
now.
Sorry.
You know what? I
Sorry.
respect Shoal
kicked
for
the
that.
camera.
How does it look?
That's an 18.
It looks about as nightmarish as a bear with makeup on could look.
Perfect.
You are
Blend in
I'm like
perfectly.
this.
you are intimidating to
You're not
due
here,
to your
you're a bear.
otherworldliness.
I know I'm not here, but I gotta provide.
Can I ride? Okay. Shoal's climbing up on
Alright, well, that'll help.
Bear Ruby's back.
Okay.
Ruba Bear.
Wait, what do we call this bear?
Bear.
Because in
Rubear.
case these people see Ruby,
I like Rubear.
I mean, do we really
We
want
just
these
call it
people to-
Ruby,
Yeah, but what if these people meet Ruby later by accident?
then Rubear, and then Rubor, and then Ruba Tiger.
That's a bad idea.
You do not understand. I mean, you do. Yeah, you do. You understand. Like,
I know.
Basics.
I'm just not. I think it's
Hold on,
brilliant.
hold
I'm a fucking bear.
Bear, bear.
What if-
Okay.
What if I take the earring off of Shoal and put it on the bear?
I don't know what that would
you're gonna pierce
accomplish.
a bear's ear.
I mean, it probably clips on, right?
No.
It's an earring.
Okay, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
Alright, guys, this session is gonna be we're giving a bear ear piercings.
Giving a
That's what
fucking
the
bear
whole
a
chapter
makeover.
Hey,
is.
but if we get into a fight, I have a strength of 19.
Alright. But try not to get hit
Really
because you
most
might lose the
important
spell.
is that no one will be racist
You
towards
also, you also have a strength improvement.
Wait, do I know that if that's different here?
What?
Is it still considered a concentration spell when it's a magic item doing it?
No. Once the hit point maximum is once the hit point maximum hits to 0, it reverts back to Ruby,
Okay.
or Ruby can end it at any time.
But it's not a concentration spell.
No.
Okay, because normally
It's not a
it is.
concentration spell in general, is it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I just checked.
We're checking the rule book.
It
Robot
is. You're right.
time!
But for this purpose, is
Exciting
it still
content.
concentration or
It's a
okay?
good opportunity for,
So,
for
um,
Ingrid to have a monologue.
Yes,
Yeah,
monologue
inner
it, do
monologue.
it.
All right.
Why
I
do
don't
I
have anything.
hang with these people?
It begins
Guys,
to
we gotta
rain.
move forward.
Let's
Yes,
go.
can
The
we
moon
please
hangs
go?
low in the
And we
sky.
go to town.
We are
Egrith
killing our
looks
1 hour
upon-
of bear time.
Yes.
Okay. Moving forward, it takes you some time to walk there. It takes about 15 minutes. And as you continue moving down, you can see a flutter of more dragonborns coming through. About like a little bit more black dragonborns than you suspected. Maybe like 1/4 of them are black dragonborns. But the majority of them are blue. As you're going to go through, you can see these almost brownish looking outfits made of some type of like light looking leather. You can see a lot of it's bejeweled with gold bracelets, these kind of large armored claws that move on each hand almost as jewelry, large lavish necklaces, a lot of them seemingly bejeweled with like different types of sapphires, rubies, diamonds that are encrusted along the sides, these kind of like long flowing thin materials that kind of cover all of them. And as you begin walking through, the hexagonal buildings kind of give way to this larger marketplace. You can see that it's about 20 feet with width, and then on each side flanked is shops and merchants that kind of run through. You can see a lot of the merchants some are dragonborn, but you can see all different types here. You can see half-orcs, you can see humans, you can see halflings.
But it's mostly dragonborn?
Mostly dragonborn.
Interesting.
You can see as they all begin to work through these kind of this large bazaar that goes through the city square before you come across this larger obelisk, and you begin to see small signs that have been worked through until you kind of move on to the side and you bump into just to the left this kind of unmoving your character.
My character.
You kind of bump into your character on the way through, sort of bewildered, trying to look around the way to the city. Maybe you can describe your character?
My character is a half-elf. He's got red hair. He's about average height, 5'10". He's pretty fair. He is a bard and a warlock multi-class.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, that's about it.
Do you have any other signifiers? Or
He's wearing pretty plain clothing, just pretty
as you
average.
You bump into this
like he's trying to look unassuming. I bump
side.
into a bear,
We're wearing makeup.
a gnoll, a bear wearing makeup, a gnoll, and a hobgoblin.
Okay. Also,
The
beginning of a
goblin is
joke.
riding the bear.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see that there are some looks going around.
Aisha is still here.
Not too much.
And Aisha.
Oh, and Aisha, yeah.
You can see
And another half elf.
You can see that the majority of looks are coming either to Ygritte or Losgreth, not really to anyone else. Aisha's pretty unassuming.
And not the bear?
Bear.
That's
Bear.
amazing!
It worked!
It worked!
The one stupidest part of our plan actually worked.
Nobody is off put by the bear. One of you can do an intelligence check if you want, but yeah, not too.
Would that be
off put by the
intelligence or
bear.
insight?
Can I do an intelligence check?
Sure,
Yeah!
you can.
Alrighty.
Any particular?
So
check?
they
Oh
bumped.
my god. Mine's 4, so 11.
You can smell bear
I can smell other bears?
a long way away from here.
Are they in the town?
Probably not.
Okay.
But a very long way away.
I'm gonna write this down because this is important for my character.
Okay. So I've just walked in and bumped into this
Yes.
group moving through the city.
Yes.
Is
You're
that?
kinda- you get bumped in the head by this kind of larger bear.
I'm not really paying attention now.
I not want to upset the bear.
Is your bear wearing makeup?
Don't question our bear.
What?
That's our baby you're talking about.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you. It's just very odd to come through a city and run into a bear wearing makeup. I didn't really expect that to happen today, but I've seen other things.
Well, we had to signify somehow that it's not just a wild bear. You understand?
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, it looks so sophisticated now.
You can see this. You can see an elderly halfling at the corner, just like writing something down. You can see this. You get like writing something down, looking at all of you, and just going like.
I glare at them and flash my teeth.
They're like looking like, you know when somebody's caught when they're eavesdropping and they just like look down at a piece of paper and just pretend to look busy? Feels like that.
Yeah.
So you 4, 5, 6 are the oddest group I've seen coming through the city, as far as I can tell. I haven't been here very long though.
Do you know where we can maybe get comfortable?
Do you want me to roll?
Where the inn
You've been
is?
here for a while.
Okay.
You know of 2 distinct places, which you know of.
Okay.
One is a little bit more seedier than the other. One is called, one you've been staying in for, like, not that long, a year
Okay.
start about. One of them was from the sailors that came in through the oceans, called Sheath's Scales, a small little tavern that just goes off to the side. And another one is called Legend of Flagon.
All right.
That's such a.
So I
Supposed to be
suppose.
Flagoon.
No, I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep it subtle. Not a subtle.
So I
prospect
suppose it
there.
depends on how keen you are to stay out of the limelight.
Well, we have a bear with us, so
I think that's scuttled to this point.
Yeah, that ship has sailed, so to speak. All right. So wait, which one's the one I've been staying at?
You've been staying on Sheath Scales.
Sheet scales. Well, there's a place I've been staying at, which I've not found entirely disagreeable. Suppose you can come back with me there, if that's to your liking.
sure.
All right. Is the bear in agreement? Good. It's settled then.
As you guys continue to move through the city, Sano kind of like weaves your way through. It's not a long walk. It's like maybe 5 minutes. And as you begin to go through, you can see this tavern sign that's just off to the side, seemingly wood burned into something there, and then adorning it on its edges are kind of like these transparent scales almost that kind of wrap up into a crown. As you push through, you can see that the outside walls that it's made of are made of entirely of glass. And as you begin to move down the stairs, it becomes into this nice, cool little atmosphere. It's pleasant, a nice reprieve from the sun above. The outside walls of this underground kind of tavern is made entirely of transparent glass. All of it show like the sand underneath, scorpions, ants kind of making their way through.
I see a scorpion.
Yeah, but it's behind glass.
Oh, it's behind glass?
Yeah, it's transparent walls.
I'm just like pressing my nose to it.
Yeah, as you begin to walk down, you can see this kind of large encircling bar that has everything through it. You can see a collection of tables, these kind of different rooms that have almost these crystalline beads that kind of separate the entire establishment from the central eating room.
Nobody needs this. I hate
I start licking the glass.
And as you go through, you see you can see a blue dragonborn at the other end of the bar, lightly decorated. You can see a half-orc drinking at the bar, a small collection of halflings in the corner, a dwarf, and the rest of them are just like black dragonborn or blue dragonborn. You can see as you all go down, they all like some of the halflings like look over and go nah, but the rest of them are just pretty silent as you walk through.
Have I familiarized myself with anyone in this bar that I've been staying at?
Sure, you know the bartender a little bit.
Okay.
The bartender's name is Saskan.
Okay.
Is the bartender around at the moment?
Yep,
Okay.
bartender is around. It's rather early in the morning. But as the bartender sits around, you can kind of see that they've got this kind of blue tinge as well as white tips at the end of their scales. They seem
So Blue Dragonborn.
nice and affable, but they're seemingly talking to the half-orc in the corner.
So you guys must be thirsty. How long have you been in the desert?
Oh, we're fine. I'm just gonna casually sip my never-ending Melantini.
Oh yeah, we have.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I completely forgot.
Really? You've been out in the desert? How long were you in the desert for?
Day or two.
I think
really.
the bear was speaking. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize you were fluent in
I'm
bear.
just panting very hard.
Okay.
Are you thirsty?
Day or two? That's...
I've been drinking the Melantini. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
you
drunk
can drink the
bear.
Melantini.
Drinking
just
the...
a little bit, not enough to make a con
Let's do
save.
it.
Just enough to hydrate.
Laz, I don't think you should treat your familiar like this.
So you can see
It's
the
a
bartender goes
thirsty
over to the
creature. Come on,
over to the
don't.
bar and just like, hey,
What?
what's up with the bear?
Is that familiar?
Witchy stuff.
No,
Oh, yeah,
seriously,
witchy
what's up with
stuff.
the bear?
Is that familiar? We have a bear.
Right. Planning on staying here?
If you got the room.
We do. Bears have separate quarters.
Perfect.
Yeah, they have a whole quarter for bears. It's a little very odd custom, but
No, we have a separate one for mounts. They go to the other side,
so a stable.
sort of.
Well, it's not really a mount. I mean, I know my apprentice is riding him, but
It's too big. It's gonna ruin the room. It's gonna stay there. If you plan on
Excuse me,
staying here.
the bear is wearing makeup. It's a very conscientious house guest. I think you'll find you'll have no problem.
You can see as the half-orc turns around, it's Death Chewer.
is that the dude, the
Yeah.
one that Lazarus was
It's-
awkwardly trying to flirt with and then
Yes,
ran away?
the half-orc goes around and goes, ah, what the fuck? You can see he's like got a half-full thing of
Hey.
ale over the side. He just like starts drinking,
We got a bear now.
and he looks over, and Death Chewer's just like, what the fuck? What? How? Ridiculous.
Long story.
He grabs the bartender by the scuff of his shirt. He's like, it's fucking ridiculous. And the bartender just moves to the side. He's like, whatever, Coran, piss off.
What if?
Just a bear in makeup. I mean, why do people have to stare and make a scene about it?
I mean, I know that you have no reason to trust that we would know how to keep our bear from damaging the furniture. Aside from the fact that I quite magically inclined, and I can just fix anything that it breaks. But would you bend the rules a bit if I were to give you as much Melantini as you can sell?
He takes a look behind the bar, and then looks underneath, and then he's like, "Look at that! I have all the Melantini I could possibly require."
All right. Well, what kind of assurance is that? 'Cause believe me, I can fix anything
Put a deposit in.
that the bear damages.
5 extra silver pieces.
Done. Let's not argue. It's a bear.
And we got money.
True.
I don't.
I mean, we've offered to cover any damage. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Pay
generous.
for damage.
5 silver.
Okay, I'm gonna roll persuasion and try to get a better
Yeah.
deal. I got a really good roll because I have really high persuasion. I got a 17.
Looks like 3 silver.
All right, sounds fair.
All right. What's the total?
How many dice you want?
How long are we going to be in town? Not long.
Why did we even come here? Did we need that certain crystal?
We just need.
What crystal are you looking for? You can see Death Steward is off to the side. You can take a look at him. He's kind of a little bit buzzed already.
Can I discern any like markings that would show Death Steward's affiliations?
You can give me either investigation or a perception
Oh,
check.
I have advantage on that.
I'm better investigation.
Would I?
Okay, I mean I have +7 investigation.
Orcs are one of my favorite enemies, so I can have advantage in recalling facts about them. They're both 15, so it's 16 total.
And if you want to ask for my help, I actually have.
You thought it was weird that the bartender called him a separate name.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did, not the bear.
Additionally, when you begin to like look at him a
Very
little bit,
observant
he
bear.
seems all the way out here for some unknown reason, and now he's in Kepisa, which takes quite a while. Even for a seasoned adventurer, that takes a bit. You can surmise that he maybe got out of Lake Reach at a good time, but it seems odd and weird. And as you look underneath where his legs are sitting, he's sitting with like a large pack, and as you can see, something sticking out of the zipper, kind of almost a green fabric. But apart from that, you can't really tell.
If I confer with Egrith, would I be able to get advantage on my check to the same ends? Like, would that kind of helping?
I mean, you'd have to talk about it, right?
What are you looking for?
We can. Okay, so
Because
basically,
like, if
right
you guys
now.
are wanting to do that with Death Chewer in
Yeah.
the vicinity, like that's gonna get difficult.
Yeah, we can try to figure it out later.
Yeah, I don't think this is urgent. You can probably just work on
Yeah,
it
as Death
later.
Chewer looks at you, he's like, "What type of stone are you looking for?"
Well, it's fairly valuable, but suffice it to say, once we acquire it,
You know,
I
me,
don't
I've
think
been
we're sticking
doing a
around too long.
I've been doing a little bit of trading. Looking for spell components or something?
Well,
Something like that. That's right, Rubear.
How did you manage to pick up a bear?
Oh,
we didn't pick it up. It just kind
Lasra
of.
is a very
followed
powerful
us.
wizard, and this is the wizard's familiar.
Yes. Very specially chosen bear. Very special.
Must be. Well, I'll be around. Yeah, I'll be around, I guess.
What are you doing in Kepisa?
Left Lake Reach as soon as I could.
Even to get all the way from Lake Reach, how long have you been here?
How many years have I had? And you can see the bartender's just like, "You've had 2." He's like, "That long."
Just got here then.
I guess.
Uh,
Yeah,
probably
plan on
not.
staying here. Heard about the walls.
Bit of a coincidence, but you left before the walls fell.
No, I bolted as soon as that body went south. Got my
Pretty-
shit, ran.
Smart.
Smart man.
Well, pretty much what we've done too.
Well,
Didn't know our bear could give a thumbs up, did you?
you're a very well
Our
trained
bear.
bear.
Yes. I've decided to journey with you folks.
We need to have a team meeting.
Yeah, probably.
I like
probably
put
should.
my
You can
face
see
in
his
yours.
death tour
wise.
goes towards Lasgra. And he's like, how did you get that?
What, the bear or the cup?
The spell.
Hey, you want some? I'll pour
No,
some of
the
Maltini in his
spell,
drink.
no, the spell.
Like the spell to get the bear?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't just exactly a straightforward familiar spell. Some pretty high level stuff involved.
Do I believe you?
Why would you believe?
Because I'm dumb.
There. You put on the fucking
Okay, I'm
clothes.
gonna look
believe
at
It doesn't mean your memory
Okay.
is intact. Your memory's still intact.
Stupid are you?
without the advantage. I'm gonna roll the investigation check because I would like to know if he has any affiliations that would make revealing the true nature of the situation a bad idea. Nope, that's a 9.
Kind of hard to read.
My face is in. Actually, what's your character's name? Sorry.
Sano.
Sano?
Yes.
You
My face is in your face, and I'm like smelling you very
We
hard.
need-
Your
we need,
hair
And
is
I'm just like not
Big
reacting, and
bone.
I'm just being like, I've had worse. There's worse situations I've been in than this.
I'll just like sit down next to him, like kind of lower my voice, like I mean you're aware of the sort of political cultural climate around here, I'm sure.
Make sure to speak up for the mic.
And I mean you remember we had a companion who perhaps would not exactly be welcomed here.
Yes.
Well,
That is difficult.
sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it under your hat, or I'll kill you. So, you know.
I'll help.
Do you guys really just go around threatening people for
You
no
can
real
see.
reason?
You can see.
We're
that,
friends!
Oh, okay.
Like Laska's talking to Death Tour, and the moment that you threaten, he like pokes around to the side, and he's like. Anyways, yes, I would keep that one out of the streets.
That's the plan.
Otherwise, it might get messy real quick. I'm kind of surprised you didn't go under the city,
I'm sure.
but that's just me.
Under.
Oh, and you can see as he looks over at the bartender's like looking at him with like stern eyes that are just like. And then Death George looked at you and was like, forget I said anything.
Anyway, it's been wonderful catching up with you. Let's what say we go for a drink sometime? You know, catch up on old times a little more.
Sure, I'll be around. Here.
Why doesn't? Hold on. Do I know message still? No, I get rid of that.
You go up like really close
I'm
to him.
smelling him.
He like smacks you across the side of the face.
I whine.
Do not anger the bear.
He is utterly not afraid.
I just like whine, like, and I back off.
But if I was going to get that type of spell, I'd probably go to Maleficarum, but that's just me.
Like you to actually get a bear.
Oh, I mean to get a spell like it.
Sounds,
I do a little bit of work with them, not too much.
how do we chat with this person?
Who?
How do we chat with them?
Go to the shop.
Where is that?
Northeastern of the obelisk. Keep walking till you see something spooky.
Anyway.
You'll know what the spooky is. Real spooky. And he makes eyes at Aisha, and then just looks at you guys like, bye. You got business to sell.
Mhm.
Things to sell. Things to look at.
Anyway,
Potions to make. What are you looking at? Exactly.
Anyway, if you'd like to tell us a little bit more about this underneath.
He looks at the bartender's not having it.
I mean, I'm being quiet.
Do you have any potions?
The bartender
to sell?
heard him rather blatantly.
Death Tour, do you have any potions to sell?
I have some. What do you want?
What do we need? I don't know,
So you come to me, asking for potions. You don't know what you want.
do you have a health potion?
Yes.
Do you have anything more fun?
Hmm?
Do you have anything more fun than that?
What type of fun?
Well, something that would end in a lot of bloodshed, perhaps.
I'm sorry?
A potion with violence.
A potion with violence.
A potion that'll help us do violence to our enemies who may harm us and
Surely you get that
prevent
sort of
us from
request all
knowing
the
about
time.
what you're talking about. Like, you know, certain bartenders who don't want to mind their own business.
You have something to like climb walls or breathe underwater or
I do have some of those.
yeah. Do you just have like a list? Like do you have to keep guessing?
No. I have standard health potions, and then ones I can see, I can mix up.
You don't
Really
keep
depends.
you don't keep a catalog or anything like that.
Do I look like a keep a catalog?
You'd probably improve your business margins if you did.
Yeah, sure, whatever, newbie.
Newbie.
You knew. Around the group. You
Oh.
knew.
It's true.
Fair enough.
Other alternatives are bad. So you're new.
What do you smell like? I need to write this down for my character.
Give me a greater health potion.
I wear
Greater?
perfume.
You wear
It's like
perfume?
it's lilac and
200
like
for greater.
rosewood.
Oh, I'm just shy of
Ruby
that.
likes it.
Okay, cool. It's like brushing you off
Oh.
as you keep trying to
200
sniff me.
for greater. For an average one, I can give you at 65.
I drank all my orc wine. I'll just take a regular one then.
65 gold pieces.
Yep. Here you go.
Drops one over to you. Yeah.
I just want to eyeball this bartender.
Sure, why?
Do you have invisibility?
I do have that one.
How much?
Do you want it in a scroll or a potion?
A potion.
I still have one of those.
Oh, you do? Potion.
Make it
You
potion?
guys are certainly well equipped.
Issue. I have it in a scroll. Last potion I sold to was Malficar.
Is this Maleficarum a person or a
scroll.
place?
It's a place.
Okay.
Some guy named Malirio runs it.
If we get this scroll, then I could probably learn the spell.
Everyone here, which is Losgred and Ygritte, you can if you want. Your intelligence is very low.
It's okay, I'll try.
That last name is specific.
Is that a check?
Yes.
Oh, history check?
Yes.
Who is this?
Not for you. You don't know it.
Oh, I don't know.
7.
18.
He's actually a member of the Order. Malirio is the red tiefling that was there.
Was this at the Maleficarum place?
Yes.
Was Maleficarum a name?
It's a name for a store.
Okay. And then what's this dude's name again? The red
He
tiefling?
mentioned Malirio. You met him. He's a part of the Order. He was the red tiefling.
That's someone we want to get in touch with.
I mean, I rolled a 10. Do I know anything?
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Name sounds kind of familiar.
We've met Maleficarum. He's one of the Order.
Malirio.
Yeah. Red Dragonborn. No, red tiefling.
Those are
He
two
looks over
very
the
distinctly
bartender, the
different
bartender's
things.
just-
How would they both
looks over.
have horns?
Tails, I guess.
No. He's just red.
He's just red.
Yeah, he's just red. He has horns, smaller horns. He's not magnificent or anything.
So he is a tiefling.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You confused me there for a second with your drunken rambling.
This is why I call you newbie.
It's more of a tipsy rambling, if anything.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll take tipsy.
Fair point. I've been called worse, by the way.
Is there a check, like an insight, to know why the bartender wouldn't want us to know about this underground route?
You'd have to be more specific, probably.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
what that look was about? Like,
Sure, you can do an insight for that one.
not great at insight, but actually, by that I mean
I don't know if I'll
no
share it,
books.
and I only got an 11.
Is anyone better at insight? Did anyone
I'm
notice?
technically proficient.
not-
in
Yeah,
insight.
my insight's pretty good.
Let's not make.
Egret.
Let's not
Yeah,
everyone
guys.
make.
No,
insight.
not everyone. Not everyone. Not
One
everyone.
person's gonna
One
fucking
person.
22.
Egret, did you? Yeah, so I will say something along the lines of, did you notice the way the bartender?
check.
Or
I
shitty?
did, and
He seems very hesitant towards even closely revealing that there's anything underneath the city.
Like, just in general, that's a secret, or that's like to new people?
He doesn't want anyone to know about it.
Okay.
I mean, if this is an obelisk like the one we found in the desert, that means it's probably drow architecture, and they like to dig, so...
True.
So it
Could be dangerous under there.
I kind of figured there'd be more
Should we
stuff
just
underground just by
ask
looking at it from afar.
Alright, fuck this. Oi! Why are you being all shitty about us knowing about underground stuff? We've been in Drow Ruins.
He slides back your silver pieces, and he's like, your place is done. Bye.
Great.
So there's nothing like dangerous or important or valuable under there that you would be willing to have
There's such a
if
thing
we
as-
were to find it, for example.
Nope,
not-
probably die.
If this place isn't going to let us take
We've
a bear
survived Drow Ruins
upstairs...
before.
That's great.
The other place isn't going to let us take a bear upstairs.
What if I could prove to you that I've been in Drow Ruins and not died?
I don't care. Continue talking about it. Don't get the room.
Let's just leave. They obviously...
Alright.
We obviously crossed the line.
Yeah, he's probably storing some sort of illegal goods under there somewhere that we wouldn't want anyone to find out about, so let's take our business elsewhere, I suppose.
He seems relatively unfazed as you grab the silver pieces that you gave to him, and you guys escort out. By the way, your polymorph has half an hour left.
Half an hour? Okay, I was... Alrighty.
Well,
I'm gonna...
that was mishandled a little bit, I think.
Before we leave, I'm gonna give Death Chewer Shoal's earring.
What's this?
Just put it on. We'll talk. It's like a message thing.
Oh, why did you just say that?
I'll come back when my pockets are heavier. Buy some potions or something.
It's a wise choice.
That was the worst potion salesman I've ever met in my entire life.
As you walk out, he's like, I can hear you!
I know you can.
As you go, he takes a look at you, and his ears are not pierced, but he just
Ooh.
puts it
Oh.
through immediately.
Ah!
You guys leave.
Does this require attunement, or can I talk to him immediately?
You can talk to him immediately.
Alright, Death Chewer, how do we get to this Undercity?
That's difficult.
Ask him where we can stash a bear.
We've done...
Why do you want to go down there anyways?
Well, you made it sound like it would be a more discreet place to keep a Dragonborn.
Yes. But even still. Red, still bad.
Mm.
They have issues with it down. It's the world below. There's issues with it.
Is this place like attached to the Underdark?
Entirely. Still ruled by Guam the Sean. If you wish to go down there, you probably need a crest. But, depends on where you're going.
Well, I think for the time being we just need a place to stay, and we need to find out if there's anyone who can get us some information onto these,
I think that there's some hidden hatches around the city, but I have not been able to find them yet.
And by the sounds of things, just sneaking in will not exactly ingratiate us to those who dwell below.
Probably not.
So how do we get this crest?
Still working on it.
Well, let us know if you find anything.
Will do. So far, the locals do not want to talk about it.
Seems that way. Hopefully I haven't made the word get out that we're not to be trusted or anything.
Is this conversation telepathic, or is it...
Works same as message.
Okay. So no one else can
So
hear
yeah, you can't really.
I wouldn't know. You find anything, you let me know.
Alright.
But unless if you're looking for something specific, I can't really help you.
Alright. Well, keep in touch. Give that earring back before you leave town, if you're inclined to do so.
Okay, so where are you guys heading?
So,
I guess we should
Sounds
try
like.
the other bar.
The Legend of Flagon, not Flagoon, is what I wrote down.
we can get
Not
some
accurate.
kind of
Right.
crest. The Undercity here is still connected to the Underdark, still populated. So if we were going to get down there, we need some kind of a crest to prove trustworthiness or something.
Do I know anything about any of this?
Death Chewer doesn't know how to get one.
It's like a theory. Thieves Guild thing, maybe.
Perhaps we should speak to Malario and might know something. And if he does, he's probably more inclined to share it with us.
I think we still need to set down some kind of base, because we have Rubear who gets really finicky if they get left out too long.
Agreed, but
So I
still
think
think it's just a bear, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Malaria-
Yeah, okay, I forgot about that.
if a member of the Order works at this shop, I'm sure they can at least get us a discreet space for
favor, yeah.
Ruby to cast the spell
Okay.
again.
We can check that out. Also, is it weird that this guy's just like following us?
You guys seem like good folks. Good folk.
Yeah, what do you want?
No,
What do you after
Some
anyway?
goblins and a bear walk into a town, and this half elf's like, "Hey,
And a
my
half elf.
fam's here."
It's the first half elf I've seen. But they're very quiet. They're very shy. Oddly shy.
So do you?
Ruby seems to
Whatever.
like Sano, like
Do you
his
want
head is like
something?
under your arm because he likes to smell
Do
the
I-
perfume.
You're not some bounty hunter searching for a particular
Do I look like a
elf.
bounty hunter?
What do you do exactly?
Well, you look rather plain, so yes.
What do I
You don't
do?
look like a shitty bounty hunter.
Okay, thank you. That's kind, I suppose.
If you're a bounty hunter, you're at least competent enough to try not to look out of place.
I need some help with something, okay? And you guys looked useful. But also,
Appreciate the candidness.
yes.
So what do you want?
What do I want?
I don't know. We tried talking about this earlier.
What do
We
you
did decide on this earlier.
This is the yes
There are-
and improvise.
All
Pull it
right.
out of your ass.
Improv.
Okay. So,
By the way, if
there's-
anyone wants to donate to our Patreon, maybe we'll use some of that money to get improv classes.
I am good at improv. I'm
I
just not.
actually do really want us to take improv classes.
Okay, guys, refocus.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much I should tell you, but I do need your help with something.
Well, if that's all we've got, then I'm not sure how much use we can be.
There are some missing individuals, and we need to find them.
Who's
And it's
we?
Me. I meant I.
So they're missing from you, not like entirely.
No, I told someone I'd help them find some people, and I don't want to share too much,
There's
but
we. Well, okay. I understand the need for secrecy, but you've got to give us something. You know, we're on quite a sensitive mission as well, and we can't exactly be gallivanting around with someone we don't know if we can trust.
oh, certainly you can trust me.
Well,
Do I sense I can trust him?
how about some assurances to that
Inside is a
effect?
bear.
It's a bear.
+1. Nice.
Bear's got good wisdom.
11.
Yeah, pretty trustworthy.
Then I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like, and just like continue to rub my head under your arm.
Plus, I've taken a liking to your bear, so I suppose I'll hang out with you fellows.
I wouldn't mind. Well, surely you can offer some kind of minor olive branch.
I don't have much to offer you, unfortunately. I'm recently here.
That's not what I meant.
Oh,
Just tell us a little bit. If you could tell us a little bit about who you're looking for and why.
I'm looking for
Nope,
some city
that's-
guards that have gone missing, alright?
Mm.
Is that
Sounds
city or
dangerous.
some other city?
This city.
Oh.
Mm. All right.
I
Well,
was like, oh shit.
In order to make some money to stay here, I had to agree that I would look for these city guards.
so you are a bounty hunter.
I'm not a bounty hunter. It was just part of an agreement.
It's just, you know, a bounty that
Why-
one hunts.
And what is the expertise under which you have been hired? What do you do?
What do I do? They just like the look of me, alright?
Mm.
I'm not gonna get into it, okay?
All right. Well, if you should choose to share any more.
That's best left unsaid.
Alright.
Why they offered me room and board with no expectation of anything in return, alright?
Mm. Well, perhaps we can trust you a little
But
bit
there
more
were
with
strings attached, of course.
our mission. Once you feel inclined to share more. That said,
There's not much else to say, honestly.
use
I'm
that.
new in town. I had to do some stuff in order to survive, and now I need help. That's
Finding
really all it
quarters
is.
in Kepisa is a hard thing to do. You usually have to prove yourself in the city in some regard. So, lot of structures around here unless you make it yourself. There aren't a lot of bricklayers around here.
Are we at Maleficarum yet?
Sure.
Okay, I didn't know that's where we were going.
Yeah.
As you head up to Maleficarum, you can see this hexagonal building that's differently colored from the rest. You can see it's mostly gotten a black, almost burned exterior, and you can see on the bottom these almost like reddish weeds that kind of pop out from the bottom of it. You can see it's got a much larger kind of sign that says Maleficarum on it. It kind of glows this faint, almost violet, and you can see there's just a ripped cloth that adorns the front of it into almost an entirely black room.
Is this the place?
What's it smell like?
It's.
It smells
That's true. Said it
kind
would be
of
spooky.
like tobacco or smoke
Tobacco?
or heavy air.
Well.
Almost. It seems like it's even more humid inside than it is outside.
I'm assuming this is it.
It looks like the place they described. If I was going to describe a store as a Maleficarum, this would probably be it. Though it looks burned, which is really odd. Why would you live in a burned out building?
It looks
Oh.
burnt.
If it's been burned once, it can't burn again.
That's not true at all.
Well, I'm not a naturalist.
Actually, don't.
Anyway,
You guys going in?
yeah.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, as you all walk in, you can see the darkness almost envelops you for a moment. As the room goes entirely black, this hallway lines up to the side, entirely going straight, seemingly nothing on the shelves. Slowly, as these almost red crystals begin to pop out of the walls to this large, open area with this kind of circular floor space. A large desk printed out front, a quill, and some bookcases to the side, as well as this large dropped, almost cavernous-like backdrop exists. You can see the between the walkway and the bottom of it is just this large this large collection of jewels and diamonds that kind of adorn the bottom of it, seemingly levitating in this small cavern. You can see almost a reddish-looking tiefling, young, platinum long hair from the other side. Tiefling woman that appears on the other side. She's kind of holding this large quill. You can see this purple cape that kind of descends down from the front and back. She looks over, you can see these bright yellow eyes, and the hallway seemingly stops, and you get up on the other side. She's like, "Hello!" And she takes off a small little quill, tosses it to the side, and puts up her book. What can I help you with today?
Well, we've been told that we could find a contact of ours here.
And
Goes
who is your
by
contact?
Malario.
Valeria. May I ask who is speaking?
We are affiliates of the Order.
Wonderful. Name?
First Protector Lazka, Brubear, Egrith, Bloodmaw, and
Night Shadow, San Rosuna.
Alright. And she picks up a small little note, flips it over to another page, dips her quill in it, and she just begins to start writing. She's like, how long have you been here?
oh, we just got in town.
Just got
Like less than an hour.
And we know that because...
How much time is left?
You have like maybe 15 minutes left.
15 minutes? Okay.
And then she begins to continue writing. You can see she just wraps up the quill. It lights up the scroll in front of her. She puts it to the side. You can see a small invisible door goes out to the left side of the desk. And you can see these small little stairs that spiral downwards. He's like, he'll be with you soon. He asks you to go downstairs and wait.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Let me know if you need anything on the way out or any contracts you wish to be divided up. Thank you.
Can a bear fit down these stairs?
Gonna Noel fit down these stairs?
Do
Leaning.
you mind?
Do you want to go down there on your own, perhaps? Or I can go with you?
We're not exactly wanting the townsfolk to know exactly the true nature of this bear. Do you mind just turning around so that our bear can fit down the stairs? We're not going to kill you or anything. We just don't want you, to
You
necessarily
guys handle
know.
situations very
We
oddly.
just don't necessarily want you to know the nature of this bear.
How do you feel? Okay, never mind. I don't know anything.
I was just rolling
True
this.
nature of the bear.
Don't mind me.
Please.
How?
eyes roll. To the
If
back
there's
of her
something
head.
you need to keep
Her
hidden,
eyes
just
roll,
ask how discreet she
her
can
eyes
be.
roll into the back of the head. As you
Sorry.
can see these almost spectral white lines kind of appear, and you can see black veins that kind of cross over to the side of her eyes. And she's like, "Very well," and she just continues writing something down on a piece of paper.
Can I roll an Arcana to know what she just did?
Sure.
Because I don't know what the fuck that one's about. 16.
She has something known as blind writing, which is a psionic ability that's like attached to a long, narrow history of like when possessed souls are taken, they can kind of write things down that's inside of them.
So she's on some next level witchy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruby.
All right, let's
stretch
go.
out your legs.
Ruby.
Stop.
Oh,
Is that the bear's nickname?
You
And
should also maybe look away, I guess. We don't know this person.
Ruby then immediately, I guess, how does the
You can just choose to do it.
no, but like, what does the detransformation look like? And Ruby stands up and he grabs you by the collar and pulls you close. I've been drawing for 2 years.
What? You just had a
Gave
little
me-
sip.
I was a dumb. Sorry about that. You smelled really good. I wasn't myself. 2
Where'd this
years.
dragon come
Drunk.
from?
That is, relax. You were not.
Rubalux the bear is
You will
actually
fuck.
You can
Rubalux
see
the
you
bear.
can see
Oh,
that she
okay.
comes up and she's like, "There's apparently a dragon in the room. Good to know."
Well, I'm sure
Can I
you.
open my eyes now?
Go down the stairs.
I go down. And I go down the stairs.
Yes, thank
Her
you.
eyes immediately
Appreciate it.
go back into this normal kind of filling, and she begins writing something down, closes something over. She's like, "Anything else? Contracts to devise, items to sell."
I just go down the stairs after Ruby.
What's the going rates for purchasing potions?
Purchasing potions. I believe they are pretty cheap. The cheapest one I have is 40.
Oh, I mean, if I were to unload for example, the potion of hill giant strength,
If you were to buy one or sell one,
if I were to sell one, is that something you do here?
yes, no problem.
What are your rates looking like for
You
that?
said for hill giant one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes roll back in the head, and you can see that she goes, "The help will be 75 gold pieces."
75. And, suppose I'll hang on to the rest of them for the time being. Just out of curiosity, how much would a potion of invisibility get me?
120.
120. Do we need this potion of invisibility?
No, I just met that potion maker, and I'm like, what weird things can we put in our bodies?
Potion maker is
So-
another one in the city.
Only visiting.
He's
except,
dealt with him. He says.
He knows of
An
the-
orc.
Death.
He knew a lot for someone who
Cure,
had just had
half-orc.
2 drinks. And
Apparently
gotten into
sold.
town.
You're talking about Barrow.
I suppose so, yes.
Half-orc fellow.
Sounds like him.
Yeah.
So 195 for the two?
Yes, I believe that
I
sounds
think
about
we
right.
got more gold in the
Right.
underground area, but I don't think we divided it up, so Egret didn't take any.
Yeah, I don't think
And
we
back
split
to
that
you.
at all.
She gives them, and she just pops out of existence.
Like she's gone?
No, 2 items that
The
you
items
right.
are gone.
pops out of
Uh,
existence.
And what do you have for
Gold-
sale?
Gold appears in her hand, and she just
What do you have for sale? Do you have any materials that would allow me to copy spells into my own spell book?
What type of spellbook do you have? Do you have them with bone? Do you have them with leather? Do you have other ones? What type
Just
of
kind of
ones?
like gesture and like a bunch of the panels that have spells on them from my cloak.
Yes, it's spell off your cloak, right? So it pretty much operates the same as rope of useful items, basically.
Like each, yeah, I can just kind of like show whichever spell page I want to show.
Is there any particular spell scrolls you're in the hand?
Well, I've
Want to?
got this scroll of.
I do have a large variety.
I've got this scroll of
Very
sleep
impressive.
already. I wouldn't mind learning.
Which one?
The scroll of sleep.
No problem. Do you want the scroll provided to you, or do you wish for items with you embalmed into your spell book?
Well, I feel like I'm going to get a greater understanding of the arcane properties of it if I do the translation myself.
That is difficult. Do you know what language it's in?
It's probably in Drow?
I can give you some customary ones if you'd like. I do have some drow prints and some drow quills if you would prefer.
No,
They
whatever
are
gets the job.
inexpensive.
Whatever gets the job done. Whatever lets me copy the spell.
How much ink would you like?
Let's see.
Or would you need perhaps stitching fabric for your...
No, just the ink. Be alright. I have everything else I need.
How many...
Currently, I have about enough to copy half of a first level spell left over. Spells sleep second level, right?
Sleep's first level.
First level.
Sleep is first level.
So even another, I suppose, 25 gold worth would do the job.
Alright. I have as much as you need.
Alright. And what else? What are the... I suppose if I was going to buy one of your scrolls for the purpose, then I would have to pay for the scroll and the materials. But
I'm afraid so.
alright. 25 for 2, so... what did I just get? 170 basically?
Mm-hmm. She gives it to you in this lovely ornate kind of silvered vial. And she just translates it directly over.
And what other potions do you have on hand?
Other potions do I have? She begins to open a book, open up something else. She begins to think and roll her eyes back a little bit more. Let's see what I have.
Oh. Right. What else did I learn?
Let's see what I have. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the
Yeah.
While you're doing that,
Patreon.com/quests and queers. It's now a thing we can plug during dead air.
yeah.
Sorry, like this is...
It's okay. While you're
I don't
doing
know
that,
this, but-
I turn and look to Ruby and I go, wait. So let me figure this out. You were posing as a bear because you don't want to be seen as a red dragonborn in this city, right?
That's pretty much
Yep.
it. Yep, you got it.
Why put makeup on?
I wanted to know that too.
Well, we're not gonna...
It was that or a collar, apparently.
Apparently the collar was just too out of the question, because why would anyone put a collar on an animal?
Don't
Why
put a
would-
collar on me. I'm not an animal.
Well, you disguised
Well,
as
you
one.
were posing
I do
as
have
one.
I do have some potions.
You're muffled yelling from downstairs.
Disguise.
I do have some resistance potions that are readily available if you'd like to have them. I have resistance to fire, resistance to ice, resistant to poison.
What did that...
I also have some potions of invisibility, however, it indicated you did not want those.
What do you think?
I
What?
also have 3 potions of healing, 1 potion of great healing, and a potion of flying.
What kind of... do we recall... Ruby! What kind of damage did you take when that guy did those things to you? Back in the town that we were in before.
So helpful.
I'm trying to be subtle.
Ruby is just like really confused right now. He's just
I'm
like,
gonna go to the bathroom really quickly. because you
When
guys
that guy
are gonna
kicked your
shit.
ass with
Okay.
magic, what kind of damage... what did it do to you?
I mean, it hurt.
What was going on
Yeah,
before you
no,
got
seriously,
here?
out of character. Who the fuck you,
When Delim attacked Ruby with whatever the fuck he
it
did.
almost killed you in one hit.
Because
Yeah, it
if we
almost
could
killed
get a
me in
potion...
one
Do you know what it was? Was it necrotic?
Because if we
Was
could
it
get a potion...
radiant?
I have
It
one of
wouldn't be
necrotic
necrotic,
resist, but
it's
it
paladin.
might have been... it was
Yeah.
radiant, or maybe it was like some kind of
I think-
acid.
I think it was radiant. I remember after he did the spell, there was like stuff growing around him. But I think
Yeah.
it was radiant.
Because if we can get a potion to resist that, that's probably a good idea. Otherwise, I don't really have too much inclination to buy any of
You
these
guys don't
potions.
remember specifically.
Or how about a potion to change my scale colors or something?
Yeah, maybe they have a potion to change scale colors. Your skin change color.
That's true. That would be useful.
Maybe they just have a cosmetic potion that lasts longer than 1 hour at a time, as a bear.
Oh god, I licked that dirty glass panel.
Okay, so out of character, what I'm
Not all
talking
you
about
licked.
is
Oh,
what
God.
kind of damage Ruby took from Delim.
You don't really see it in the wild, but bears
I believe
have really
it was
long
radiant.
tongues.
I don't think you'd... if you don't remember...
Yeah.
I mean, a paladin would recognize radiant damage,
Yeah.
wouldn't
That's what I would assume.
But it was a while ago. You might not remember.
See,
You went
this
through the whole
is the thing
Feywild.
about that, is that, like, you guys are going to ask very specific questions.
Let me see if I
Um,
have it in
the
my
other-
notes.
Poison damage.
they? Poison.
It was poison.
The other
And
question,
she mentioned a potion of poison resistance.
She did.
Alright. How much for poison resistance?
Poison resistance. 400 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Do you have any potions that would alter someone's cosmetic appearance?
Ooh.
400 gold. I don't think we have that.
Talking about alter self.
Something like that.
Doesn't really come in potions, right?
I mean, I can prepare like silent
Any other
image.
method with which you could alter someone's appearance? Even slightly. Just say the color.
Prestidigitation.
Do I still have to
can
stand down here?
Yeah, but that works.
Yes.
I'm afraid when your
I'm gonna
thing is.
Come back up, whatever.
I come up.
She looks at you and her eyes just go up immediately, and she's just like,
Why do we even bother?
See?
rather risky.
Why do we
Exactly,
even
that's why
bother?
we're just looking for your help.
That's reasonable.
What about
We
prestidigitation?
appreciate
You
your
reckon that?
discretion.
I know I can't change my scales, but can you change my scales?
I'm just gonna slam prestidigitation at Ruby's face and try to change the color.
Changes like the head, but that's about it.
Alright.
What color's my head right now?
You have a mirror.
multicolored.
Shoal still has the makeup
No,
kit,
but
so.
you cast the spell.
Oh, I can choose, that's right. I'm gonna try... alright. So let's think about this. What colors would be... Because
Well, blue
I feel
would
like
be the
blue or
obvious one.
black. There's a lot of blue and black dragonborn here. They might not have a problem recognizing that these are not blue and black dragonborn features. Are there any, like, value neutral...
Yeah, you're native here. What color would be not common, but not reviled?
I wouldn't say that you're asking for ones other than blue and black.
Yes.
Might be a little too obvious.
Copper?
Like, there's nobody would beat someone up for having copper dragon blood.
No, but that being said, they would beat you up even if you were blue and an asshole.
Well, yes. So Ruby, don't be an asshole. Copper.
And it's just my face.
Do you have any, like, a cloak?
If I can
they
do it
could
more-
wear or anything like
How much
that
is
to
covered?
cover
Like,
up?
is just Ruby's
It's
like
only a
head
foot
and
by- It's only a
hands?
foot by foot,
Are only Ruby's head and hands showing?
and it has to be one thing. So.
But I can do it
That's-
3 times.
That's true. It's only my head, my hands, and my feet that show. Oh, and my tail, I guess.
Fuck.
You can just tuck your tail in.
No, I cannot tuck my tail. It's a thick tail, guys.
Okay.
It
Fair
might
enough.
be difficult. No, is there any simple spell? Disguise self would work. That's a scroll. It's not a potion, unfortunately. A potion
Okay.
cannot tell your intent.
What about would a total of like 6 castings of prestidigitation?
You have to do them like back to back to back to back to back.
Because you can have 3 effects going at
How
once.
much for an
Yeah, but the problem is the range. That's the issue, right?
disguise
It's a
self?
small little box.
It's
Yeah.
like a spray tan.
So
booth,
disguise
maybe.
self scroll. How much?
Do you have a
Disguise
can of
self.
paint and a paintbrush?
I can easily get one for you.
That would work, I
What type of
think.
paint. Toxic. Non-toxic.
Non-toxic copper body paint.
We can get that for you.
Thank you. How much will that cost?
15 gold pieces.
Oh,
How much was it?
15 or 50?
50.
Oh, that's a lot of paint.
Well, would you take this? And I pulled one of the citrine I still have. Is this citrine?
Suppose
Yep.
I would. Why do you have not no need for it?
Pardon?
Why do you have not need for it?
Well, you see, I think I'd rather not get beat up in the middle of town and not be a bear who's licking goddamn glass walls and other things, apparently.
You know you can choose your behavior, right?
He thinks about
That
it,
makes sense.
but it doesn't make sense in his mind.
Oh, I'm also gonna buy another 50 gold. worth of
Your red dragonborn, half dragonborn, half bear, has no self-control.
Although I would recommend that if you're going to do that, you do it very well, and you don't send it out too long in the heat. But a disguise self school, if you were interested, would run about 125 rupees.
But how long does that last?
Disguise self?
It lasts
An hour,
But-
a
An hour or
day?
something.
But also,
Like,
Laz
how much
can
that
learn
was
the
better than just being a
scroll.
bear.
What level is disguise self?
1 hour, first level.
I mean,
Okay.
it may sound an odd thing to hear, but Ruby as a bear was probably the least conspicuous Ruby has ever been.
So 101.
No offense.
That's true as well.
You're really bad at being inconspicuous.
To be fair, I imagine bears are somewhat common in the southern regions. Not really in Kepisa.
Okay.
It's isn't really my
This
part
is
of the
the-
world.
But
This is the Noel calling the dragon
I would
red. I don't know.
certainly.
Shut up!
It wouldn't be a bad idea for me to know this spell. So
Certainly,
125 for the spell, and then 100, and about another 50 for components to learn it.
I'll cut the components into half.
I will give you a second to trying because I have 2 on me.
So 150 total.
Yeah. But well,
Okay.
that's
It's worth 50 gold.
well, I've just given. I think they're 50 gold each, or are they 25?
50 gold each.
Okay, so that's 100 that we have.
I hope this is worth all this trouble.
And,
That's all I can say.
I have 900. I have 920 copper pieces.
Guys, we gotta move on.
So if
Yes.
we are ignoring
We're
the body
out of
paint.
time.
We're ignoring the body paint.
Okay.
We
Yes.
are learning. We are getting a spell scroll. So total, what she wants is 150 gold. You have 2 of those.
Yes, I have. So that cuts it down to 150. Or sorry, cuts it down to 50 left.
Oh well, if you just trade 1, I have money. So I'll put in 100. You put in a thing, Majig.
Okay. So I still have 1.
Sounds good.
And I got
In
some
her hand?
fucking spells to
Okay,
learn.
so we're gonna read to you very quickly.
I'm excited about that.
Gorgex will be waiting for you just downstairs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Go
Bye.
back downstairs.
Again,
We
discretion.
Appreciate all your help. You've been wonderful.
Hard from Kepisa. A lot of people come through here. I don't know where you're from unless I figure it out.
So disguise
can
self or
trust.
disguise person?
Some
Sorry?
random.
Disguise self or disguise person?
I don't even know you.
It's
It's
disguised.
true.
Like the key is that I be able to cast this on Ruby.
It's just disguise self.
Yeah, but it's disguised self within the range of other people. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So disguise person, we'll say. Alright.
Okay. So as you guys
Too much.
go down to the stairs, it kind of crosses over, and you can see this large library that kind of extends forward. It's kind of lavish. Sorry, guys. I have a little bit of trouble today with everything that's going on in my life and otherwise.
You can help us by
Okay.
supporting us on Patreon.
That's gonna happen a lot
It's
now.
this calm,
5 seconds.
silent thing, this long hallway full of bookshelves. You can see there are large end tables, about 20 feet long. They're just strewn with different books and materials, pens, quills, paper strewn all over the place. You can see Gorgex, the familiar red tiefling on the other side of the room, writing out something as he goes to the side, dipping his quill in this kind of red material, this long scroll that spans about 4 feet long, as he just continues writing it. As he looks up, he takes the thing, sees his glasses. I see.
Hello.
All right. And he takes his glasses. Like, so, why the fuck are you here?
Well,
Who's the newbie?
Good
I am-
question.
do you know anything about
Sano.
this person? Should
Sano.
they leave the room while we're
I'm
talking
here to-
about order business?
Sano came in from someplace off the sea.
Yes.
Yeah, I know about him.
Alright.
How's the contract going, by the way?
I am making progress as we speak.
How about the other ones?
Another one.
I'm gonna insight that
I'm gonna
100%.
insight that.
Guys, I rolled a 1, so I insight nothing.
What other one?
Yeah, that's your warlock.
Oh, that. That is going fine.
I imagine they're treating you well.
Yes, they are. That's been a long time, so very comfortable with who I am. I'm just gonna say that.
Great. So, while all of you here, I didn't get any message from Pact Maker, so.
Well,
This is malaria.
Yes.
Okay.
we have sort of just found out that there was a member of the order here in Kepisa, and we're a bit short on leads.
We're not in Kepisa right now,
Hey, where
but
are
we'll
we?
leave that aside.
Is this me making a mistake, or is this something confusing in-game happening?
I think we're in like a little pocket dimension.
Yeah,
He
why
has no
not?
idea where you are right now.
We walked through a desk to get here. So
Well, no. Are we on?
are we like just underneath?
Are we in a new
Is it, like,
plane?
different.
That is the idea, yeah.
Okay.
So it
Really
would be
academic,
safe here.
isn't it? So.
So we're making progress in our mission. Did you hear about Ravenon, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Bad business, that.
It is bad business. I hope the wheel treats him well.
Sure it
It's
will.
always so hard. I imagine he could have made several deals to protect himself. But he didn't. That's the whole job of a Ravino, isn't it?
Seems that way. Certainly a man of convictions. Skeleton of convictions, I suppose. Anyway.
I imagine his funeral rites were quick and well done. Hobgoblin fashion, I'm sure.
We've had a bit of a short funeral. Perhaps a final laying to rest. We'll have to wait until we're back with, who's that old guy?
Caesarian Nom?
Caesarea? Yes. Anyway, yes, we are continuing the mission. We've made some progress into the Feywild. That was something. Egrith forgot the whole thing. Anyway,
I didn't even know Ravino was dead until 5 minutes later.
You can see that. You can see that Gorgak's eyes just get a little bit more sympathetic as you begin to say. It's like, oh,
It's unfortunate.
that is very sad.
I was just like,
I think his total funerals is now up to 3.
something like that.
Can we change the subject?
Assuming he had a funeral the first time. Anyway,
someone died?
so
Buried in true hobgoblin fashion, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
anyway,
You can give me an intelligence from that one.
sure. 8.
Hobgoblins eat their dead.
Oh, okay.
with an 8, that may be what you think. Anyway,
So, what's your business here? Do we just have a contract? What do you want?
we were just hoping that we could have a conversation. There's another shard of the Black Star near Kepisa, and we were just wondering if you have any leads on that.
I know what you know.
What about
You can give me a history on the Black Star if you want.
We'll do an insight check
Sure.
on him as well.
what is this
I got
of
a 19.
For what?
19? You know what it does.
It's
Okay.
a 22 to insight if he actually does know nothing.
He knows a lot. You have the tendency that he's bound not to say anything.
Interesting.
Alright. So, what about this crest that might get us into the Undercity? Any idea how to get one of those?
I do have an idea of how to get one of those. Why do you want to go there?
Well, if you can't tell us, if you don't have any leads for us, perhaps someone there might.
Right. So,
Well,
how familiar are you with draconic history?
Probably fairly. History check? Any
I-
advantages or disadvantages?
No. It's a very specific
Ooh,
type of history.
11.
Too great.
I was gonna say, would I be able to roll with advantage, seeing as I'm a dragon, or no?
No, you're from Waymore, remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're from a
Good.
You're from a very
you have
different.
an
you know,
adoptive
like
family of multicolored
Yeah.
dragons
Yeah.
and a
You
couple
know,
kobolds.
like 2 chromatic dragons.
and when
one of them's Elidrat, because everybody knows about Elidrat.
Yeah.
And the other one's probably Feabrand, and you don't have much information apart from those 2.
Yeah, okay. It's
Well,
okay. It makes sense, seeing as I also don't have history or religion checked off on
But
here.
you can do a history check.
I
It's pretty
can?
simple of being-
Alright. Oh god.
Not a lot, but what does draconic
I got a
history
13
have to
in
do
my
with this?
Huh.
What?
Not
I got a
bad.
13 and I'm
18.
proficient in it.
You do remember a long time ago about somebody saying something about Hadagara, the moving mountain? It was the blue dragon that fought Elidrat and lost completely. Elidrat slaughtered this guy
Fought.
over like a land dispute because they were way too close in layers, and Elidrat just wrecked him.
And lost.
Basically, during that time, Elidrat just laid waste to Kepisa and the rest of the Blue Dragon cities below. Apart from that, it's hard to tell.
Laid waste to blue dragonborn cities.
Yeah,
Okay.
like entirely wrecked. Like this is a much smaller city than what it used to be. Very small. Elidrat ruined it. Entirely laid waste.
It's the reason why I'm not welcome here.
Gorgak's just so here's the deal. Hadagara, the moving mountain, lost Elidrat. big fight. A lot of terrible things happened. The survivors, not many in fact, managed to stay on land for a little while. The rest of them got wind of this little deal. They went underneath. They went underground. They managed to create a small little undercity for themselves just before the Drow came over with their large expansion. And they managed to join up with Ram Dashar, making a part of the world below. This upside? It's not a city. Below, that's the city. Drow, Dragonborn, even some Durgar. They go by
And-
Steedas.
Would I be?
And this Grom Dashar is.
It's the Drow central capital of Saren Saren.
Mm.
They're generally not well known. Well, they're not well respected. Kind of seen as lesser elves to the rest of Saren Saren.
So this Undercity here is connected to them. Mm.
Part of the large underwood expanse. They would go all the way to Beyondbor, but Eldrat caved that in a long time ago.
Would I be less conspicuous there?
Oh no, you're fully conspicuous.
Oh fuck.
But here's the caveat. If you manage to stay outside the city and don't manage to cause any problems, that's up to you. Holding a crest, however, that would be very interesting. Holding a crest, that would mean that you show some amount of offering to the city. Think of it as recompense.
How do I get a crest?
That's the problem. You need to prove it to them. Or we could make a deal.
What kind of deal?
I'm not sure we want to. Can we talk a little bit more about how to prove ourselves to them before we start getting to the
You need to do a general
contracts?
favor for them.
Mm,
Problem. How do you get to someone you don't know?
exactly. We're more than willing to help them out, but how to?
Here's the issue. A, you have to get a blue dragonborn to trust you. Already difficult business for your crew. Secondly, you need to then somehow manage to ingratiate yourself inside the society. Then they'll welcome you in. Jewels, electricity, magnifying glasses, things like that. They value high material objects. Only a little bit of trading they had left. I imagine from Hadagar's hoard, seeing that Eldred didn't take it.
Elodrad left.
Wasn't
How-
about the money.
And no one has collected anything from this hoard?
Oh, I'm sure someone collected it. They now live with the connection of their underneath the city. I don't think everyone in Kepisa walks around with fake jewels and diamonds. Do you? They seem rather opulent.
My mother would have been able to tell the difference, but I can't.
So that's what I would suggest. Or you can just simply go spelunking and hope you get lucky.
What jewels do we have?
Oh, I got a bunch.
I got one citron now.
I still have a bag of mysterious jewels that we didn't write down the proper details of, and then Brad keeps getting mad at us for not writing down details.
Yeah, because,
So I
it's,
just
almost,
have.
because it's almost like a life exists outside this game.
So
you could
I
have
have
told me outside the stream.
I
I
have a
don't
bag of jewels from Lake Reach.
So how do we get in contact with someone who'd be able to tell us whether we have enough jewels for a crest?
It's not that. It's a favor.
Okay.
Like,
So how do we get someone to ask us a
maybe
favor?
Finding out where city guards have been going missing.
Might be a start.
And we all turn and look at Sano.
I could
So
use
here's
the
the
help.
thing. I have a friend who might be able to assist you. They owe me a tiny bit of a debt. You know of a person named Nesh?
History check?
Do we know Nesh?
Where's my list of
I did
people?
not write down a Nesh.
I know a Nesh Resh, but I don't know if that's even the game that I know them in.
That's the guy.
Neshresh.
That's the guy.
Nesh Resh?
The fence.
You fucking asshole.
Of course, I'd write my own character.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Neshresh the fence.
I'm like,
Peek behind the curtain, Brett has played Neshresh the Fence, who's a fucking delight of a sorcerer in several of my games. This guy's the best. But I don't know that. Laska doesn't know.
Well, they're a fence, so they're not like.
Seems like a promising start.
He wouldn't be like that. He's rather untrustworthy, but I imagine he'll come through with this.
Alright, well, have we talk to him?
Or you can simply just make a deal right here, right now, and just be done with it.
Bad things can happen with these kind of pacts.
Oh, it's not a pact. I never said anything about a pact. I said everything about a contract. It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to hear you out.
I'm the one who'd have to make this pact, so what is it?
I mean, like, I didn't say that specifically.
Okay, what is it?
Here's the deal. I give you this crest, and he just pops it out very, very quickly. It's kind of like this bejeweled, almost large dragon's crest of a blue dragon.
Oh,
kind
of
wraps
course,
around.
he already has one.
He's like, here's the deal. I may need a little bit of a favor. 3 months.
Of
Nothing too big.
3 months of what?
Oh, it's not so bad. 3 months from now, very, very particular fiend wants to get through, wishing for a promotion, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want him stopped. He's not going to get that promotion. He's not going to rise up a layer of hell. Fuck no. That's my spot. 3 months from now, just knock him down a peg.
Nope.
Hold on.
Do we have to like wait around for 3
That
months?
sounds-
Oh, it's
like,
just 3 months
like,
time.
Do we have to be back here in 3 months? By
I'll
here, I
tell
mean
you where.
Kepisa,
You don't want to-
or like I don't know where we're gonna be.
I'm
Sounds
not
like
asking
fun.
you to slay an angel.
What
I'm asking you to slay a fellow devil. It's absolutely.
I have
on the
so
level.
many werewolves I have to slay first.
We could take
I have a lot of my slaying plate.
Wouldn't you like to take a break from slaying werewolves and slay something a little bit more fun?
No,
I want to slay
really
a demon.
important to me.
Demon.
They're all the same.
Whatever. This doesn't sound like fun to any of you.
I mean it does a little.
I am carrying.
I don't.
It's
know.
that or some untrustworthy fence.
Ruby's just gonna sigh and leave. You guys are all talking over him. He's just gonna go.
Ruby, you
He
can't
leaves.
leave with your scales like that.
Why don't you want to fight this demon?
He's just leaving. He's going up the stairs.
Ruby, no! I stop Ruby. I grab onto Ruby's tail.
He's going. He pulls away.
I'm way stronger than Ruby.
That's
But it
okay.
seems though you have, you know.
Are you
You want to do a
rolling?
strength
Go.
contest?
Yeah.
Go, guys.
Go.
Do it,
Strength.
Ruby.
Strength. Strength.
Natural 19.
You're a paladin. This is your whole thing.
So mine is mine's also a 19. Shit.
Mine's 22 total.
Oh, 22.
This is
fuck.
your whole thing.
Okay.
Mine's 22 total, so I...
Fight the forces of
What about
evil.
you, say now?
We're on
I
a
don't have
mission.
much to add to this conversation. I'd like to help those
And
blue
I
dragons that I
want to only
need
focus
to
on
help
this mission, and he's just gonna
get that
Look,
off my
flip his
conscience,
cape.
Ruby,
maybe.
there is no way to get this crest, to get these leads that will help us, without doing some sort of side thing.
Sano,
Yes.
what do you know about these missing guards? Talk with me.
Do you want to just make it
Blue
up?
Dragonborn and
There's
Blue Dragonborn
blue
missing.
dragonborn guards missing. I honestly did not get very far before you guys got here.
How long does Ruby think that this whole business is going to take? That we can't take a brief side track in 3 months?
Like, so what I don't
Yeah.
understand is, like, do we have to kill this thing first and then we get this crest?
No, I give you it now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. We can
So what guarantee
go
do you
kill a
have
fiend
that
in
will
3
do
months,
it?
That's fine.
Well,
what
here's-
happens
okay,
to us if we fail?
don't fail.
He's confident in us.
In 3
It's
months.
so reassuring. It's so nice.
In 3
Someone has
months, I'll
faith
just
in
simply
me.
get you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do what I have.
And then, look, I'm sure that you trust us to make our best effort should we agree to this. But what happens if we fail? What happens if we try to stop this promotion? We do everything we can.
So here's the deal. If I'm not going to trust you with the entire safety of Lake Reach in order to deal with Paragon that is now currently rising throughout the city ranks, and then somehow you can't manage to deal with some demons or devils, I'd say Lake Reach has already bit it in the
Fair.
classifying category of heroes for sale.
Fair enough. I just want to make sure that my soul is not damned to eternal.
No. I didn't
Torment
say
if
anything
we
about your
fail.
soul. I just said a new word.
I think it's an okay deal, to be honest. I can fight a thing.
In 3 months, fight a devil, whatever, demon.
I don't even know where we're gonna be. We're probably gonna be like way south from here. Like,
But I don't think that's going to be a problem.
what I don't want to happen is like to be in the middle of rescuing like my clan, and then some asshole just teleports me to another plane to fight a fiend. That's the one thing I don't want to happen, but I don't know how likely that actually is.
Are you going to give us warning before you come get us?
Yeah, I do like in a couple
Yes.
days.
We're part of the order. Well, one of you was. Dear beholden friend of yours.
All right, I'd say we take this. This is a pretty decent deal.
Yeah. It's fuck around looking for guards and talk to some fence to get into a place that maybe has information that helps us, or we take this deal, we go right there, find out now.
I'm in.
If we don't, we still have 3 months to wrap everything up.
I'll fight a fiend.
How long
Fuck
should
it.
this take? Do you reckon? How much of our time is going to be taken once this all begins?
What? When I
Once you come and get us,
oh, no more than a day.
that's
All right, but you have to give us like a week's warning or something. Like you gotta have lots of lead up time.
Oh my god.
No surprises.
Lol are the most scheduled people I've ever met.
apparently.
But I'm in.
Okay, fine. Sign this contract. And he like lines out a large contract that's about 4 feet long. He's
Ruby's
like,
outside.
is it?
Ruby, no!
I'm going
stopped
to
Ruby.
go
No, he's
ahead
just
and
chilling
read
against
this.
The house
Okay.
waiting for you guys.
What language is it in?
You cannot go
You can see
outside,
there's,
Ruby.
It's
He's
written in
chilling
font.
outside.
Okay.
Ruby, no.
I'm going to take how long it takes for me to read this
I
whole
will
thing.
wrestle you to the
To
ground.
make sure we're not getting fucked over.
Wrestling.
I-
It
I'm
basically
doing it.
outlines that like you're just going to do a task.
You have to
for
make a
however
saving
there's
throw.
A lot of
Okay.
complicated
Natural 20.
legalese
I
language.
drag Ruby back
Uh,
inside
it's-
because red dragonborns will be murdered on sight.
It's just a lot of legalese
Ruby's
language.
Look,
Sorry.
see, confirmed.
Guys.
Natural 20.
Guys,
Great.
You
Okay.
moved it now, but okay, yeah, 20.
Okay. Moving through it, it's just a lot of like very complicated legal language that just basically says that like you will be contacted to do this thing at a time 1 week in advance. However, it is unnecessarily and hilariously long
Okay.
for what it is.
So I read the whole fucking thing. There's no fine print.
No fine print. Takes you about 20 minutes to read the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna stay indoors
Anyway,
until you are disguised.
Can I chill here for a bit, copy some spells?
Sure.
All right. So whatever the rest of you are going to do, I've signed the contract. I'm on the line for this.
Do you need
I'm
a
in.
place to stay?
Yes,
Yeah, kinda.
we need somewhere to put this one.
I mean, I'm about to learn how to disguise him.
He
Yeah,
like
that'll
waves
take, like,
something and
another
then the
hour.
hallway opens up just inside of the bookcase. It moves out of the way. There. Should be about 2 beds. Make it with it what you
Perfect.
will.
One more question. Are we in hell right now?
I certainly am.
What would be the fun if I told you?
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Well,
You could be part of the abyss. You could be in hell.
I don't think, with what you're asking us to do, you don't seem like the abyssal type.
What do I seem like?
Well, you seem like this is probably. You seem like your base is probably in hell.
It's rather presumptuous.
You are trying to secure your place in hell to stop another person from raising ranks from one layer of hell to another. You've tipped your hand a little bit.
Doesn't mean I live there.
Fair enough. All right, let's get some rest. I'm copying spells. The rest of you
Alright.
do what the fuck you want.
Okay. Take your time. You rest.
Rest.
I will talk with Sano about
Sure.
details about the missing guards. while
And everyone
this
else
is
can
going
still
on.
do-
I've told you everything I've known, honestly.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Ruby.
Ruby. I've told you everything I know.
There's a lot of information.
Huh?
There's not a lot of information.
It's very vague.
Well, where were you going next? Before you ran
Honestly, I
into
didn't
us?
know where I was going, which is why when I ran into you, I thought that'd be a great opportunity to
Why the
make some headway on
fuck
that.
did they hire you?
I
I
told you.
also still don't really get that part. You must have been very convincing.
I told you. I arrived in town. I had nowhere to stay. They offered me room and board. for certain favors. One of those favors, I'm not going to get into what the other ones were, was helping to track down these Dragonborn.
I'm gonna try to persuade you.
Okay.
There is no more relevant pieces of information, Charlie.
No, but like, no, I'm gonna try to
I
persuade
made this
you.
character yesterday.
No, but I'm trying to persuade you to try to tell me about the other things that you agreed to.
No.
I also-
Oh, no.
So,
Also, we'll be whispering something in the last question, but let's wrap up.
Okay.
so Ruby's going to say to you, hey, you know about, this secret, and I want to
Yeah.
help you.
Okay.
And if there's anything else that might help, or these other promises that you've kept that will affect this mission, I need you to trust us.
They were odd jobs, very mundane, not worth talking about. I rolled a 19 on deception.
On deception?
Yes.
Alright, so on persuasion, I rolled a 23. So,
I think you still win. Because you say you rolled a 19, right?
I rolled a 19.
Natural 19?
No, I rolled with my bonus.
I mean, like,
Oh.
you can choose what you reveal.
okay.
They were very mundane. They're not worth talking about. They're of a personal nature. Don't
So
really
no-
want to talk about them. They're not going to come to hurt you. It was very...
You don't have to tell us, but if you're a sex worker, it's alright. I've dabbled.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We learned something new about last
I'm not a
today.
sex...
It does sound like
Nothing
you're a
wrong
sex
with
worker.
it.
I wasn't a
Nothing
sex
wrong with
worker.
that.
It's honest labor.
What's the term for it? When you work something, you just do something like as an odd job, just one
Freelance.
time. Yeah, it was
Freelance?
freelance,
Gig.
one time, that was it.
Alright. Doesn't sound important.
When you're talking here, every so often you hear like, ah! But apart from that, you can't really hear anything else.
I think we're in hell.
We're definitely in hell, right?
Yeah, for sure. By the way, Lasgar, I think that guy totally knows where the Black Star is, but for some reason he's not allowed to say. I don't know if there's some kind of easily way we can get some more clues out of him for it.
I can be very persuasive.
Just saying. I think he knows more than he let on.
I think that if he had anything solid that he was able to say to work around this a little bit, I probably would have told us, but
No, I think he knows. I think he can still give us at least one more clue. Like
maybe we're out.
if he can't tell us, he can at least point us in the direction, or tell us to look in a certain part of town, or talk to a certain someone. Like
At the very least, perhaps he would be able to tell us whether our current course of action will be getting us closer to it.
like a warmer, like hotter and colder sort of thing.
What is your relationship to this man anyway? Why did you know about him, if you don't mind my asking?
Someone with Lasgar's organization.
Well, yeah,
Lasgar, recite all your titles for the
we're
movie.
sort
It
of
is
on.
not with Monster's affiliation. It
We're
is the
sort
order.
of
That's not the. You're not the order.
No.
balances.
Wasn't it a
We're,
Ravenous?
Oh.
we're like freelancers
Okay.
Wasn't it a Ravenous?
for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the organization that that man works for.
Secrets would legitimately get all of these different weird organizations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're just all one.
It's just like equations
Yeah.
and like
it's just okay, some wizard shit. Okay, whatever. Some
Okay.
power or order or
So he gave us room and board. He offered a pretty fair deal to get us sealed. Seems to be helping us. Why would he keep
who's
us
holding
secret?
onto that? By the way, we already have. We
Yeah,
have the
did
seal,
I
right?
like
Probably
I
Lasgar.
it? Okay.
Probably Lasgar take it.
Yeah. So I guess we should just pin that to Ruby, so no one messes with him. Is that how it works?
Did we? He didn't tell us how it works, did he?
No, I understand it's secret.
I'm gonna try, while they're focusing and talking like this, I'm gonna try to stealth it.
Okay. I mean, like,
You're
this
easier to
is-
control
this
your
is
bear.
relaxed. Okay, Ruby, calm
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
You guys are relaxing and huddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping and taking a long rest, I imagine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or taking a short rest. I don't know.
Sure.
So what are you doing?
So I'm gonna try
early
to
in the
sneak
day.
it without them noticing.
Why?
So, I rolled a. God damn it, where's my stealth? Okay. So I rolled a 14.
Whose passive perception is 14?
Mine is 15.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ruby!
Where are you going?
Out.
Where?
You are a
I
red
am currently
dragonborn.
I'm currently learning the magic. At least give me a little while so I can cast this spell on you.
You're just like some small child, aren't you? Impulsive small child.
Well, you said you had a mission, didn't you? Are you doing really well looking for these guards here?
I think you're
Well, I
guards.
suppose I'm glad you want to help me, but you're putting your life at risk for something which is kind of a
Yeah,
tertiary
like, we
thing.
don't-
Even for me, is kind of a
Don't know how the
tertiary
seal
goal.
works. Like, I think it's a secret thing. So, like, I think just wearing it is the bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's not how it works.
I mean,
Ruby,
is this
you
person?
what I'm not
do you
understanding-
trust the person who's given you the seal? You made a deal with them.
What I'm not
I did no such thing.
What I'm not understanding, Ruby, is that you don't want to get sidetracked from our mission. So rather than just get right to it, getting the seal this way, we've made a promise for some job that's probably going to take us a day or two in 3 months. And so you would rather
I'd
run
rather
an investigation for these missing guards before just proceeding to our next objective and getting to it.
I would rather help people who are more deserving of our help.
Well, see, that's not what you said before. I understand that completely. If you told me that,
Really, because you weren't listening to me the whole time. Anytime I suggest anything, you put it down.
It seems like a bad
Well.
idea to make a deal with a demon, no matter what.
oh, I made the deal.
He's not a demon.
See, if you'd led with that rather than you didn't want to get sidetracked, because I
I ch-
agreed with you that you didn't want to get sidetracked. That's why I chose this
All
path.
we've been is sidetracked.
All right.
Like one,
Going into those drow ruins,
which took what, like a few hours.
And
Or-
to be fair, it did end up kind of being a shortcut through the desert.
That got us here. It didn't get us here faster.
so just because it
All right.
worked out for you guys this time, it's fine.
So,
Wait.
My opinion never matters.
would you like? I mean, if you'd like to just go walk right up to Delim and try to fight him again.
I don't want to fight Dylan right now. I want to finish.
to get stronger.
I want to finish this mission for Raveno, and
Mhm.
when I
And that's what we're
can,
doing.
I want to help people along the way.
Technically, we have
Ominous.
You are where you are.
Technically, we have finished. the
We
mission.
mentioned the name Raveno.
Is he here?
It went,
So,
it went real telenovela there for a second.
I
Can't complete the mission if you're dead.
It went real
All
telenovela.
right,
All right.
Bring it in.
I would
Hurting the
simply
microphone.
rather find out if this Undercity's a lead or not. Our friend here has already been a little bit helpful, helping us get the lay of the land. I see no reason not to learn everything we possibly can here, and then deal with this situation before heading out of town. Does that?
Do you have to do this? Is this mission just in this town?
Yeah, the Dragonborn are missing from this town. But if I leave the town, I don't think they're going to care enough to go after me.
So you don't even care about this contract that you made?
To a point, I do.
Doesn't sound like he had much of a choice. At least that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I didn't have too much of a choice.
Strong-armed into this a little bit.
I left home with no money and nothing to my name, with only a small amount, and I needed to survive.
I'll stay, but I don't want to be around you guys right now. And I'm gonna go like just sit by myself in the corner.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just you can leave as soon as we have the spell. To
Although I
make
can't
you look
change
less
my...
red.
The only thing is I need a long rest before I can change my... copying a spell destroys the scroll, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we need a long rest before I can cast this.
Okay, so we have a long rest.
How about... Stick with the bear plan for now.
Well, it's going to be a different
by-
animal this time, isn't it?
Well, your character doesn't know that.
I know, I'm saying that out of character.
You get 3 times a bear.
And then 3 times something else.
Yeah.
Figure
really like to leave. Nobody really seemed to care that there was a bear wandering. That was
It was the
weird.
makeup.
That was
It was the
weird,
makeup.
wasn't it?
But okay, Laz, but
I mean,
no
like, you-
more feeding the bear Melantini.
Okay, won't feed Johnny Valentino.
Clearly,
I thought you were
a breach of
thirsty. I'm sorry.
boundaries.
I thought you were thirsty.
We didn't know. And
I
we're
assumed
sorry.
that if you didn't want it, you wouldn't have
It had
drank
nothing
it.
to do with it, but I'm apologizing anyway.
Aisha spends much of her time copying down some of Gorgon's
Yes, let's go back to Aisha, who's in the background, like,
Anyway.
Face mask, sitting back, just
cucumbers.
I
and
do
whatnot.
apologize. I was not aware.
Just relaxing.
that you were trying to abstain from Melantini.
doesn't talk much, does she?
Vacation in hell.
You just seemed. Bears need more
She
water.
goes through moods.
Okay.
I wonder, is
Ruby's
Speaking
gonna
of
just
which-
pull over. Like, he's not gonna transform, he's gonna pull the cloak over his head and just lean back.
Just leave.
Would I know?
Leave Ruby alone for a while.
if I could use Enchanter's tools to change the liquid that comes out of this thing?
Sure. It's gonna take a bit. Sure. It'll take about like a week. Sure.
Explain something to
Well,
me.
I don't have any other current ongoing.
What is your long-term
enchantment
goal
project.
here exactly in this town?
Oh, I have trouble keeping track of this. We're here for.
Do you guys even know what you're doing?
As a
Any
D-
of you
as a
know what you're
DM,
doing?
As a DM, this gets rather frustrating.
I don't
We're
do that.
seeking an ancient relic to prevent a rise of power of a. Really
That sounds
terrible
really
being.
important.
Well, it
What
is
are you
really important.
dicking
We've
around
already-
the city for?
We've already, because we need to find leads. Technically, we've already achieved this mission.
How sure of you are that?
Do you know how the Black Star works?
Apparently, yes.
Well, you need the whole thing.
Okay.
We've already got part of it.
We-
They can't complete it. We are trying to get more pieces. The most urgent
Can you
piece.
destroy the piece you have?
We haven't tried. Do I know a way
You
to
didn't
destroy
try.
Shatter would work, but generally it's a very bad idea. Usually when that happens, it can release. It can release
Well-
some energy inside the star itself.
So like
See-
go out in the middle of the desert or the middle of the ocean and give it a try.
You don't know about
We
what exactly
could.
might happen,
It could
but
release
like,
like a
this is
demon
this is
or
a this is a like
Yeah.
a heavily necromantic
There are.
item. This is like these stars are like some of the reasons why Velshik exists and is so despised. Like,
Do you
this
have
is-
any?
This is a.
There
this is
are
an-
ways. To,
I don't know how
I'll
safe
summarize.
it
Want me to
is.
describe it or not?
Sure. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is an item of like immense power. This has like the power of liches in it, which implies that a lich without a phylactery, this is its phylactery,
Okay.
which means that a lot of souls are in this fucking thing. If you crack it,
You release the power.
might be a real bad scenario.
Okay.
But would it, in the end, destroy it?
You don't
Unsure.
know.
Okay.
You don't know.
Just curious.
This could be
So-
like,
I'm gonna make note of this.
yeah, for all you know, it could give rise to necropolises around Fading Rift. For all you know.
It doesn't seem particularly secure with a goblin, a hobgoblin, a half elf, a dragonborn that turned into a bear, and a gnome
Nope.
just
Oh, whoa, sorry. Nope.
just wandering around. It
have you
seems
know that
rather
I'm
insecure.
a member of the Tower of Mystics, and as soon as I can
I mean, no offense.
discern that they can be trusted, we're not entirely sure how deep Dylan's influence goes, but as soon as we can discern, if we can discern with reasonable certainty that the tower can indeed be trusted, then absolutely one of the pieces will be with them. It will be much more secure with one of the most powerful organizations of casters in the Rift.
And this dilemma is a bad guy.
Yes.
Okay.
He's doing some weird... Although he doesn't even seem to want the star. It seems to be his broken pillars that want the thing. These guys suck.
Okay.
Fucking hate them.
All right. This makes more sense.
It's
now.
like, imagine, all right, we're an organization of goblins, mostly casters. Perhaps not always the most scrupulous organizations have arisen. Now imagine some people who are too caged in by the restrictions that people like us are putting on casting, and they splinter off to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
So it's a splinter faction that's trying to make its own find its own power in the world, essentially.
And like, as I said, the tower is not exactly like the overbearing parents of the casting. You know.
So they're not necessarily trustworthy either.
I mean, it's not that we're not trustworthy. It's more that we do have a certain degree of freedom.
Okay.
So to buckle underneath the very reasonable levels of restrictions the tower puts on its casters, that freaks me out. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Where are you guys headed now?
I'm chilling here for a bit. I'm still. This is gonna take me like
I
3
know,
hours.
no, we can move ahead in time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're moving ahead in
That's why I'm
time.
asking. Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
we
doing?
gotta move ahead.
Yes.
We gotta move
Okay,
ahead.
so you guys move ahead in time. Where else are you heading to after this? You guys heading
Seems
back out
much
to where
more
you
of a
came?
night kind of city anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
So at night. Well, that's what I was wondering. Is what's the
Oh, hey,
long-term goal
yeah.
here? What are we?
If I can take a
trying to
long
do?
rest, then I can prepare
Can
disguise.
we come back?
Sure.
Is this like our home base? Can we come back?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Gorgax is seemingly very, very hospitable when it comes to this.
This is why I'm wondering what your relationship with him is.
So,
He's remembered.
if we're staying here, is there like places to like rest and whatnot?
I did say beds.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Beds,
have,
yeah,
a,
you can
we have
rest.
like a room here.
You can legit rest, and it seems safe. It seems secure,
Okay.
so we can
Yeah.
totally just
Very
relax.
secure with screams every
With the
so
screams, yeah. I mean, it's just.
You get used to the screams. It's like a railroad. Just you sit once in a while, and the next thing you know, you can't fall asleep without them.
It's totally like,
It's like a
and
leaky
really
faucet.
like
like a leaky faucet.
the rent is so reasonable. You really do get used to it.
Ah!
Alright.
All right, let's wander around this
What's
shithole
the-
city.
What's a really refreshing drink that goblins
Trying to get
have
like
a lot?
purpose, some goal.
have a
Let's just
lot?
walk around this.
Taking the
probably,
sights.
Do we drink a
Sights,
lot of
see
lemonade?
what there is to
Like,
see.
snow cones. up in
There's a
the northern
museum.
part of the-
Do we drink a lot of lemonade though?
Lemons don't really grow in Fading Rim.
Could I make an unending?
I mean, like
snow-
lemons don't really grow in Eldrat's Waste, probably due to all the sand.
Could I make a
The
never-ending?
desert.
Lemons are sandy. Can I make
Around a red dragon layer, not so.
Can
much.
I make this cup into a never-ending snow cone that has all the same effects?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
That one is not that alcoholic and does not have that much. You can complete it in 4 days.
Okay.
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 Would checks and advance that, or will it just assume?
Before it was a week, I'm giving you 4 days.
Okay. So,
Okay, so where are we going next? What is our next objective? Going to the museum?
We need to find a lead for the star. Really,
Okay.
like, we're still kind of.
Do we want to
information
ask
Bear costume.
Malirio more?
and
I think he knows something, but I don't know what to ask him to like,
Okay, so we figure out a way to get him to share the information he knows with us.
or at least give us a clue.
Or
so-
at least get the story moving, guys.
Yeah.
Make
Guys.
decisions.
That's what I'm trying to do!
I literally can't. I
Why don't-
tried. I can't.
Let's just.
Teach disguise.
You just need to make good decisions.
We have a way into the Undercity. If we just take a little
Okay.
bit more time here, I can.
So we're going to
refresh
the
my
Undercity.
spells. Cast a disguise spell on a
Yes.
friend.
Okay, so we've moved forward in time and you know the spell
Okay,
now. is
it's
what
been a
we're
long
doing.
rest.
Okay,
I
we're
have
good.
prepared
We're
disguise
good.
self instead of
Yes, disguise self.
instead
On Ruby.
of Ray of Enfeeblement. And I cast disguise self.
Okay.
Okay. And
Now you look like a copper dragon boy.
I now look like a copper dragonborn.
Okay,
All right.
now you can leave, Ruby.
And I immediately do.
Now let's go to the Underdark and see if we can find a lead.
Let's go to the Underdark.
How you guys gonna get there?
Shit.
Well,
We need to talk
last
to Malirum
time-
again.
Last
See, Malirum
time
is-
there was a trap door, like kind of near the obelisk. So
Oh, wait.
if the architecture is the same,
So,
I put on the exact same makeup I would.
You can see Malirio is sitting right next to a a fireplace that's currently roaring up, and you can see like some skulls in it, like some
Souls.
stuff. And he's like has like a wine glass and he's sipping something with like a smoke through one of them. He's like,
we may have neglected to ask you what we now do with this crest.
We've neglected a lot of things.
show it
To who?
to anyone really.
Is-
Usually shop owners, somebody who looks like they have a basement.
What about your friend up there?
You're going to have to be more specific.
The
The
other.
receptionist, the lady.
Her?
Yes.
No, she's banned.
What'd she do?
She works for me.
How did you get this crest?
I think you're asking. Do you want to know
I'm
the
not
answer to
going to
that?
tell you.
All right.
Mysteries.
By the way,
we've been in here a very long time. There's been a lot of screaming. I'm starting to get concerned.
Yes. The rent is very
now,
low.
quick question. I know that you don't have information of how we would be able to get to this piece of the Black Star that's near here. Would you happen to know, for example, whether our current course of action going into the Underdark looking for people there, do you know whether,
Having a good
or
time.
at liberty to discuss whether this course of action actually has a chance of helping us locate it?
Locate the full thing, right?
Well, the shard that's near here. Or are we completely barking up the wrong tree?
Well, I imagine there's a certain someone who's barking up a very specific tree that is somewhat affiliated to lying a whole bunch. But I can't lie, given the according to the agreement.
Yes.
But hypothetically speaking, who knows?
Not very helpful.
So there's no... You
Insight
wouldn't be
check.
able to tell us of anyone
Nope.
down there that we should get in touch with who may or may not be able to get us in some kind of a lead
24.
that would perhaps have a chance of elucidating the location of certain magical items, maybe or maybe not including shards of the Black Star.
I would just go to Nishra if I was you. But, apart from that, if you manage to go downstairs, I know there's a particular person. There's one person about 4 shops away from here, to the north. His name is Dralasar. I know they have a basement underneath. They're going to turn that down, but they're wrong.
Is this the wrong as in they don't know they have a basement, or they're going to lie to us?
They don't know that they know.
How the fuck do I get someone who doesn't know that they know to tell us where it is?
This seems like a useless conversation to me.
It's underneath their couch.
So we have to go into someone's house, break in, go under their couch to go into a secret passage that they don't know about themselves.
That sounds easy enough. Let's just go.
Yeah, it seems simple enough.
This is one of those-
Give you room and board, give you all this stuff, give you the information that you want, you're still not satisfied.
Oh, we're quite satisfied.
Some people say thank you. But oh no,
Thank you.
simply impossible.
You've been, well,
Is there
you've been a
anything
great
you
help
want
to
from
us.
the city while we're out.
I thought signing a
Any
contract
groceries,
should
anything like that?
You didn't say thank you.
help
for the
you in your
offer.
political.
Very unthankful.
How is signing a contract agreeing to stab one of your political rivals not a thank you?
You haven't done it for me yet.
Well, I kind of have to.
True, now you do. Anyways, I would go up, see how things are going on.
Okay, we go to Dralasar's shop.
we go outside.
I'm standing outside waiting for you fucks.
So Ruby, as you
Yes.
managed to go outside, you managed to see one person all the way down it. Before the rest of your party is looking at it, you can see a white robe in the distance,
White robe.
flanked by 4 others, walking in this almost arrow-like formation that kind of crosses down to another side street.
Do I recognize? Can I see the face of this person in the white
You
robe?
just see the white robes.
All right, I'm
Saw
going
them in
to
Lake Reach.
look.
Uh,
I'm gonna look back and forth, and I'm just going to try to get closer to see if I can see this person, if I recognize them.
Sure, you can see. You don't recognize them now.
Okay.
But as you begin to walk forward, you can see 2 humanoids,
Okay.
a half elf,
2
and
humanoids.
2 hobgoblins, cloaked in these white hoods. As you begin to walk forward,
So 2 humanoids, a half orc, I think you said,
yeah,
a goblin, or hobgoblin. 2 hobgoblins.
yes.
And what's do I know the person that they're following? Can I figure out what
They're
they're?
following one.
Okay.
One seemingly is the leader. As they begin to
Okay.
cross down to the street, are you going for it?
I'm going to look back and forth really quick. Does it seem like they've noticed me looking at them? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna look back for a second.
You are an indistinguishable person. A copper dragonborn in a dragonborn city.
All right. So I'm gonna look back. Do I see my friends coming out yet?
No.
All right. So I'm just going to try to look really casual, like I'm just walking in the same direction.
Okay. As you begin to walk, you guys almost intersect before they begin to walk down another side street.
Okay.
And as you can see, they're walking up this flight of stairs that kind of opens up into a large rooftop patio. As you begin to walk up, you can see you can see almost like patrons following right behind them, like two black dragonborns. They kind of flank up the side of the stairs as they begin to walk up forward.
Okay.
Follow?
I go.
Okay, as you follow, you walk up these stairs. You can see this large collection of roofs that kind of have these large umbrellas around it. And then on the other side, you can see as the black dragonborns kind of move over to the side, they begin sitting on this kind of large rooftop expanse.
Okay.
And it goes over these almost wooden bone-made bridges that go along the edges of the houses. You can see that there are small collections of bars off the side of it. And you can see one all the way down the distance. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes, I can. Fuck. Is that cocked? You tell me.
It's a little bit cocked,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
God.
leaning strongly in one direction, but yeah.
Oh god, that was worse, but that's fine. Okay, so that was a perception check, so that is 4.
You notice another person in these kind of pristine, purplish robes in the distance at the top of the roof.
Are these the
You can see that they've got these almost like leather folds that kind of move all the way over, and a hobgoblin underneath their neck with the leather masks on the bottom.
Is this the same
And
robe?
as they begin to walk corner and flank, as you're spying on them, can you please give me type of check? I want to make this to make yourself inconspicuous.
Performance.
What do you mean performance?
Stealth
If
or
you want to
deception?
pretend like everyone else, yeah.
Let me see here. My performance is actually not terrible.
Are you proficient and it goes like deception?
Well, let's see, insight, intimidation,
Stealth.
investigation. Nope.
Because I'm assuming you're not proficient in stealth.
Give me a reason of what skill check you're going to use.
I will tell you when. Let's see here. So I guess I don't think it would be persuade. I guess it
It's
could.
not persuasion.
It's not
for sure.
persuasion.
Yeah, deception could
Deception
be.
or performance, I would think.
What did?
I mean, stealth. I would assume stealth.
He's trying to assume.
Oh,
Either
he's trying to
way, it's a
blend in?
+2, no matter what
Okay.
one I choose.
Oh,
So
it's twice stealth.
okay, I rolled a whole 1.
You're the one.
I'm not fudging rolls.
A
You
natural one.
bite it immediately on the side of the stairs, and just like fall down a little bit before you get up. And you can see some kind of look over. The men in the white robes kind of look over at you immediately.
Had too much to drink. Sorry.
You see the hobgoblin taps the human on the shoulder and says something to the human in Orcish. And the hobgoblins kind of laugh in the corner. They both look at you and they just start laughing.
Okay.
You can see the human walks over and just like goes to pick up your hand.
I
Take your hand.
take his hand, I suppose.
Okay. You take his hand and lifts you up. He lifts you up and he's like,
Yeah.
"Don't get so drunk. It's the middle of the day. Jesus, have some fucking respect." And he slaps yourself on the shoulder and he walks away and fights with his friends.
I take a big breath and
And they go and they
Yeah.
follow down, and you can see they walk over to the other side of the table, and they all sit down on the side of the table.
all right.
Oh, shit.
Is that person in the purple robe the same person we saw ride into town that one day?
You failed that.
I did.
You don't know.
I have no idea. So in my mind, like I was like, oh god, I almost
They're
just got
about
caught.
300 feet away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like look. I'm going to turn around and be like, why am I doing this? And just leave. I'm gonna start walking downstairs like, oh god.
Oh, Ruby, there you are.
And I like slowly trot up to you. There's the white cloaks. Are they Mubari Slayers? Is that what they are? Yeah.
They seemingly were the same cloaked ones that were around Lake Reach.
There are 4 Mubari Slayers.
5.
5? Oh yeah, the 5th one.
He's just bad at
Hey,
counting.
one off. There are 5 Mubari Slayers up on that patio. 5 Mubari Slayers up on the patio. I'm whispering.
What are they doing here?
I don't know.
Vampires.
I try-
Swears.
I tried to take a look, but
You've run into these people before, I assume?
They had a big presence in Lake Reach when it collapsed.
What would they be doing here?
That's
Presumably
unusual.
hunting vampires.
They're usually monster hunters, but if they're in towns, it's usually because they're not finding work.
Was Strude one of them, or is he different order?
Strude's different, right?
They're all Mubari Slayers, but each one is differently tasked with taking down
Oh,
a
okay.
monster.
So
it's usually an
okay.
insignia of what's on the end of their spear.
Did you
Like, for instance, Waja Soulbender was a dragon hunter.
did you see any
in our home game.
insignia?
I see.
Technically still a Mubari Slayer.
well, I rolled a 4, so no.
So Ruby didn't see.
Where did they go?
I didn't see any of the
Yeah. They're up on the patio, I told you. I can't go back up there. I think I'm drunk.
I could go up there.
You could.
Yeah, we're like, no one knows us in the city. Like,
Well, no one knows me and you.
No one knows you. You're a copper.
No, what I'm saying is like I don't know if they've seen these
They've
are
never
people
seen
who've
me
seen
before at
them,
all.
but they've never seen us.
it'll be fine. We'll
Yeah,
just go.
I'll-
They've already forgotten.
Okay.
It might not even be the same group. It might be a different
Hold on,
group.
hold
One
on.
of
What
them
if
was in like purple robes.
Does that mean anything? Do I know?
It's usually pillar insignia. Like, purple's their color.
That's the pillar's color. What if I disguise you as a different dragon? It just occurred to me that I don't think copper dragons can breathe fire. Right.
Doesn't matter.
What if?
Why is that
What if?
important?
What if
Why
Ruby wants to
is
breathe
that
fire?
in any way important?
What if Ruby breathes fire? We don't want it to blow his
Null
cover.
Drag. Is that Null Drag there?
Yeah, he's the leader.
Oh.
If there's pillars there, I'm inclined to go and find out what they're doing here.
I'll agree with you on this.
Do you want me to make up some cover story and try and ask them what they're doing here?
Sure. I mean,
Perhaps make
we
a
can,
bird call if they catch on to you.
Okay, I'll make a bird call.
That was the bird fart.
Maybe, like,
Hey, at least somebody's making decisions.
in your missing guard story, they might buy that.
That's true. Are they known for helping people who need it?
Nope.
I'll still go ask
I
them.
give you guys a scenario, and you all are like, let's debate it for 20 minutes.
Casting me.
I go upstairs. I go up and talk to
Dungeons
them.
and Dragons.
I'm casting mage armor.
Okay, as you go up the
Just
stairs,
in
you can see
case.
the same type of familiarity. You can see a whole bunch of people surrounded in white cloaks about 300 feet away on a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a hobgoblin talking, kind of pale, bald head, thin jaw, and they all seemingly are talking on this side. Pleasant conversation. That's about it. You can't really tell a lot from 300 feet away.
Okay.
The sun is beating down heavily, but you're in shade.
And that one's
It's
pillar.
nice and warm.
Okay. So I'm just gonna walk up and approach them.
300 feet away. You're walking all the way 300 feet away.
I
Just so you
am.
know, everyone take note. 300 feet away.
I'm walking 300 feet.
Is there any way for us to not completely left behind? Like
I'll
be
just
within
go
range if shit
far.
starts to go down?
Actually, before I do anything, I'm gonna walk the 300 feet. I guess that's gonna take a while, isn't it?
No, 300 feet. I mean, like, think about it. You can run a part of your movement action 30 feet.
Okay.
That takes a minute to walk.
Okay, so I take the 5 minutes or whatever to walk over there. As I get close, I'm gonna sneak up on them and try to overhear what they're talking
Well,
about.
I can see you coming. Oh, fuck.
Would you roll?
That
20.
Okay, so you kind of fling along the way. All of you here can give me a kind of intelligence check to kind of weave your way through to see where they were. You need to give me a check to describe to them where they were.
Okay.
It's an 11 for me.
Natural 20.
Second natural 20.
Natural 20.
Jesus Christ! Natural 20s in a row!
Only banana.
We
Okay,
know
so
exactly
you
what we're
two
doing.
managed to move your around to the side. You are on the long side of the building, so about as close as you can get. They're in the center. It's about a 50 by 50 foot building. along this
Okay,
rooftop.
I'm not really clear about what the scenario
It's
is
cool.
for there. It's cool.
You're walking along like bridges made of wood and
Okay,
bone
big,
that go
okay,
between
that's what I
buildings.
wasn't understanding. I had no idea where I
you're
was.
walking along those types of things.
Oh, those types of bridges. Oh, they
yeah,
would
those
see me
types of
coming.
bridges between the buildings.
Okay.
Flanking the
Now I
sides
got
with
it.
like curtains and
Got
stuff
it,
to
got
make
it,
sure
got
if
it.
you fall down or blanks from the sun, it's fine. As you begin to walk forward, you come across the side of this larger. Oh, I'm having trouble describing this. It's about a 50 by 50 foot building. It flanks out to the side. You two
Yes.
go to the corner as well as you're on the other side of the corner. You can see the bartender on the other side. They seemingly are mixing from the small amount of liquor they have. Black Dragonborn. And you sneak up to the side, go to the bartender. You can hear them talking back to one another. Do you understand Hobgoblin?
No.
Not great.
Some are like passing back and forth.
Can I do like an intelligence check or something to like rote memorize
Hold on.
what they're saying, maybe, or pick up any?
Check some.
Is there any phrase that I hear repeated? Maybe. Can I do something like that?
Ooh.
Shit. Common languages itself.
Sure. Do you want to know how they usually say something like the limb every so often?
Okay, here to limb.
So often. And then you hear them beginning to talk, and then as they begin to speak and talk to one another, they switch back to common, and there are things like, how are things going in Lake Reach? I heard it was difficult last time.
Okay.
And they all begin to pass over and talk further. You can hear one of the humans on the other side just goes, Greek Egg took, Blue Egg took the limb's father. You can try and use him as leverage. And you can see now Drake moves over to the side. That would be best. Anything that we can try and get over to Lim would be beneficial this time. The matter is that we have him in a stable location. And the human moves towards him and is like, yes, we have him in the barracks. The only problem is the vampire that's still hunting around. We've been building the building. We managed to get her once, but she slipped out of our grasp. Nodrick just turns over and seems a little bit disappointed. Let's get her next. She can't go around too often. We already had to put down 2 of our men because they contracted vampirism. That should be more than enough. Take a bite out of her before she bites out of us. Just kill her and be done with it. They all begin to talk, like smallly towards one another before 4 different ones. The half-orc stays as the rest of them walk away. And just then they get a little bit closer and they begin talking much more privately. Do you want to give me a perception check, please, with advantage because you're so fucking close?
Oh, I got a 19. Let's see if I can get a 20. I got a 19 plus. I got a 27.
So you 3 don't hear this.
But did we hear the last part?
Yeah, you heard the last parts. You can see as the half-orc and the hobgoblin chiming up to one another. The half-orc just turns towards him and just goes, I'm not sure. I don't know. And you can see the hobgoblin off to the side. He's like, we strike Delim on his way through the first layer. I want his face in the dirt before we slit his throat. And you can see the half-orc looks at him a little bit like gawk-eyed. What if he gets through before we have time? And the hobgoblin turns over, pulls out a small book. And it seems to be almost a small book of prayer almost. And he hands it over to the half-orc present. He's like, invoke the Gable. Do whatever it takes. Underneath Lake reaches for the benefit of Goblin Kin. And if you're not Goblin Kin, and he just stares the half-orc right in the eyes for a minute and gets him very seriously before he grabs onto his wrist and begins to almost bend. He's like, if you're not Goblin Kin, then you can come back with me, and you can serve in other ways. How many layers does the limb have left? The half-orc looks over and begins writing something down. He's like, Lim's still got 4 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I believe 4. And you see the hobgoblin goes over to the side and he's like, he's not. He's behind schedule. We could avoid total war. Tell Bootleg to ransom to Lim's father if need be. He doesn't get past the 3rd layer. We clear? And the half-orc just leave. And the half-orc gets up and starts walking with the other whitehoods that are present. Before one of the purple robes just sits down and continues drinking. Just looks out, breathes where he just takes something out of his bag and begins writing.
Okay. When they were speaking Hobgoblin, so I just picked up the word Delim. There's no other common, nothing else I could just, no phrases I could remember. Okay, cool. So I go back to the group, and I repeat what I remember about what they said. So they have, okay, I'll do it in character. I'll do this like roleplay wise. So I said, okay, so I was listening to them talking, and it seems like this Delim guy that you mentioned, they have his father hostage. It seems like they're trying to persuade him to do something for them, and he's behind schedule. Something about layers, and 4 layers. Something about that. They were talking about a vampire as well, a female vampire who had escaped their grasp. They got her, but she got away.
Nom is here?
That's not the impression I got.
Only that they're on their trail.
Yes.
She's resourceful, but
We gotta
what are
find
they?
her.
So they're
They're not saying in the city.
Okay.
I didn't mention in the city, Charlie.
no.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
None is not here.
She's resourceful.
I assume it was back where they came from.
Alright, so these. So the pillars are working with. Like, can I possibly identify that as an Aldrag?
You
Did I
don't
get a
see
good
him.
look at him?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I'll describe what I saw to Lasgra.
Definitely sounds like him. I mean, the leather stuff is kind of weird.
That could be an Aldrag. But, so if the pillars are working with these Mabari Slayers, don't know why that would be. But it may have something to do with the fact that they are trying to kill Delim's sister.
They mentioned a father.
The owner of the mansion that we all met in. But this is what is concerning me, is that we know that it is bad news if the Broken Pillars get this Black Star. We also know that the Broken Pillars are trying to wage some sort of war and kill Delim. We know that Delim is not someone that we want to be walking around. This leaves us in a tricky spot where 2 of our enemies are fighting each other, and it doesn't seem that we have a play to form a truce with one of them to destroy the other, because if we try to form a truce with the pillars, they're probably going to want to get the piece of the Black Star that we have.
I say we just let our enemies kill each other and then hit the weaker one when it's done.
So
I
just
like that.
continue on our mission, because the fact is, as much as I would like to go up there and just wring the life out of Naldrag right now, I don't think we can risk a direct confrontation with anyone affiliated with the Pillars until at least one of the shards of the star is gone, is squirreled away somewhere, preferably where none of us even know where it is.
So what's going on right now is there's 2 factions. They're at each other's throats. One is, this is kind of out of character, so that everyone at home and everyone here is clear on what's going on. There's 2 factions. They're at each other's throats. One group is working towards one goal. The other group is sort of working against us, and they want the object that we have. That's basically the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Basically, what is to do that with names?
Yes.
Basically, what you can surmise right now is that there's 3 real factions going on at Lake Reach right now. There is the Pillars, there is Delim, and there's the Mabari Slayers. Delim managed to take power and control of Lake Reach by demolishing the walls that encircled the city, which allowed for Hobgoblin force to invade. He did so by using Mabari Slayers to slaughter a lot of the aristocracy and a lot of the plutocracy that was inside Lake Reach.
Okay.
He also did that by an invading force of Pillars. Now, what this basically says is that Naldrag now has power over both.
Yeah. Because that's
And
the
he's
weird
using
thing.
it to leverage it over Delim.
Like, the weird thing is that the Pillars and Delim seemed to be working together, although tenuously.
Well, we're talking about killing it.
And now we know that the Pillars are plotting to just straight up kill Delim, assuming such a thing is even possible.
I mean, he's some kind of reverse anti-vampire, so he's probably on their hit list anyway.
Can I do a perception check? I mean, like, we were just listening in people's conversations. I want to make sure no one's listening in on us.
Ah, that's thinking with your head.
Oh, I actually rolled pretty freaking well. 17.
As far as you can tell, nobody's on you.
Okay.
This is
Then I will say nothing.
as capable as we are. Knowledge is quite powerful. If they are able to get one over on us and get the piece of the star, then we're back to square one. We need to get the piece that we have somewhere safe, so that next time we have an opportunity like this, we don't let it slip through our fingers. Although, I am also inclined to agree that we should let this sort itself out and just
Keep our
you know,
noses out of it.
be around when it happens, so that whoever comes the victor, we can just swoop in on them when they're weakened from battle.
Yep.
Oh, I hate to see a chance to kill that bastard get away from me. Alright.
So should we head towards the underground? Or do we want to keep tabs on these slayers?
Before we descend, I do want to do a primeval awareness.
Sure. About a mile underneath the city, you can sense 5 aberrations. About a mile underneath. Is it part of your list? I believe it was.
Yes, but I'm not supposed to know the number. Aberrations,
That doesn't
celestials,
agree.
dragons, elementals.
No, it's the
fiends,
number.
undead.
No, it's not.
Whatever, it's fine.
Mark, I'm giving you free information. Take it. You can sense 5 aberrations. 1 very large, and 4 about medium. They're kind of trailing underneath the city, about a mile away from you. At the same time, seemingly a mile away, diagonally down and to the north.
Okay. So there's stuff to avoid underground.
So 5 aberrations.
Yes. Additionally, you can detect about 5 very tiny ones upstairs on the roof.
Oh.
Aberrations?
Yeah.
Like with us?
No, on the roof.
So where that conversation was just happening.
Thought we were on the roof.
No, you're not on the roof. You guys
We're
are
on the
the
roof.
bottom.
We're on the bottom.
Okay.
I know, it's kind of a
We're spying
convoluted
on the
setup,
roof.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I went up and then I came down and talked to you guys.
Yes.
That's what happened.
I let everyone know, hey, there's some aberrations, like, up on the roof. 5 of them.
With the slayers.
Nope.
Last time
no,
we
they
not
left.
slayers.
They're just
They
up
left.
there.
Okay.
Last
So,
time we messed with aberrations,
there's a bunch
almost
down.
killed us.
Well, we've been almost killed a lot of times.
Isn't that fountain that picked up as an aberration too? So it's not necessarily a thing that'll kill us.
Yeah.
Could just be another blood well or some bullshit.
There's 5 of them.
Could be like an accursed
10
amulet.
in total.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
5.
5 underneath,
below.
5 very tiny ones above.
There's a really big one below us with like 4 friends.
Okay.
And then there's like a couple of meager ones upstairs.
How far is the other ones upstairs from us right now?
I'll just go
Probably
upstairs and
about 25
take
feet
a look
through
around.
stone.
I'll just go upstairs and
Through
look.
stone.
For real?
Fuck it.
Hold on. Stealthily. Whichever one of us is the sneakiest.
Time?
Remember,
Take-
this is broad daylight, guys.
Yeah.
Like, is it particularly conspicuous? I thought this was like a upstairs bar. Like, is this a private thing?
No, but it's on bridges which are out in the sun almost.
Yeah.
So they're elevated. So
Just-
it's
Why would
not-
anyone have any reason to suspect me?
Well,
That's true.
because remember when you and Laz came into town, people gave you looks.
Will you?
You guys are the
Always
most.
give me looks.
No, but you guys are the two.
Okay, I'll
most
go take a look because no one knows
conspicuous.
who I am.
Yeah.
Take my apprentice with you.
Okay. Come with me, little goblin fellow. I put him on my shoulders. I don't know.
Okay.
You can
I
follow.
hold his hand. I walk with him up the steps.
And he's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Where? On the other side of the stairs? Or
As he goes. It's like up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So he's just gonna have it cast so that
So various things underneath seemingly just go off with different ones. Abjuration, conjuration. They seemingly are lined underneath a part of it. As Detect Magic seemingly goes, he can feel it underneath the ground almost, winding these large tunnels seemingly laced with magical energy. As you begin to walk up the side of the stairs, Shoal looks over and sees it right on the top of the stairs as he sees Naldrag sitting, reading upstairs. And as he looks over, Naldrag's going to do what's his passive?
Shoal was not at the party.
Yeah.
So Naldreg probably did not see Shoal.
Doesn't matter.
Hopefully.
It's a goblin around here.
Go on.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is a goblin here?
Just go
I'm
on.
gonna try. Oh, why can't goblins have that hide behind a medium creature
Check
thing?
your perception. Go on. Let's keep this thing
Yeah,
moving.
he goes passive. He knows he's there.
He knows he's there. Okay.
As he goes over, he just continues reading.
If Shoal's trying to be stealthy, could that affect that?
I think he's already seen him.
He's already seen him.
There's him.
Okay.
How do we know that though? Anyway, moving on. So
Now just takes a glance over in that direction. Continues reading.
So schools of magic for these, am I detecting magical items?
All over the place.
But like
For sure.
there.
But near Naldrag, you're getting 30 feet with him.
Yeah.
As that happens to go off, as he continues moving forward,
Creature or object
now
that
Drake
bears magic.
kind of his eyes light up ever so slightly before he waves his hand. Dispel magic. Where he looks over at Shoal. With you with him.
yeah.
What's the
okay.
range to spell magic?
It's far enough.
Like, did detect magic end?
Yeah, detect magic's done. I mean, like, unless you want to counterspell it.
Shoal doesn't know counterspell.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
120 feet.
Okay.
Right before it gets up to him, he just dispels it immediately.
But did I detect any like schools of magic on like items on him first?
Items on him? No, he didn't let you get that close.
Okay.
So I didn't get within 30 feet of him, basically.
Yeah. The moment that he saw you walking towards him, he just snuffed it out.
Ooh.
And he looks over in your direction immediately, where he looks at Shoal, and he's like, "You're a far way away from here."
Do I know you?
Talking to the one that matters. Goblin.
Whoa!
Oh God.
Wow!
now
That was
Drake roasts
fucking
people
bad.
on the daily.
Okay.
That was bad.
Me, I don't matter. I have a thing.
Excuse me, this is my adopted son. Why are you talking to him like this for? I'm trying to... Okay, roll deception. I got a 11.
Oh no.
Not too great, but not too bad.
Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna speak in Goblin to him at all.
And when he says
Okay.
that, he like adopted son or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just like, from your looks, I wouldn't have guessed.
Well,
I
you
speak
were wrong.
in. I'm just gonna. Okay, Shoal. I already spoke to him because Shoal's not very smart.
Speak up.
Weirdly.
Go on.
I must go. I have business elsewhere. I just didn't mean to intrude. I just saw another goblin. I
You
want
didn't intrude. Come
to
here.
see who you are, but
here.
Let's just
I
go
think-
talk to him. There's no harm.
But
I
now
like,
I'm
I do like some baseball signals to the...
see. I am
I don't know. You guys.
frightened of your.
You're on another floor.
Thank you.
Remember the bird signals?
Oh yeah, the bird signals. I make
See,
some
now you
bird
did
noises.
magic to me, so now I'm frightened to come closer. So I don't think I will.
What is your interest in the child?
It's not very often you see a goblin like that being able to cast detect magic.
He's very good. His teachers are very impressed with him.
I'm a
Who are
wizard.
his teachers?
Magic teachers. He has a tutor in
wizard.
the city, of course.
Do you have a name?
My tutor is very secretive.
Yes, very secretive. I mean, I'm not sure why you need that information.
Did we hear the
Being
bird
awfully
calls?
nosy, we just walked by.
No.
Okay.
What's your name?
Bethany.
I know that's not true. Why am I rolling insight?
Okay, I'm just gonna switch to goblin to be like, that's not a very common goblin name.
Raised by humans.
Clearly.
What are you doing with Nitwit Extraordinaire over here?
Well, they are on. They're looking for some missing people.
You're speaking goblinoid, you can't tell.
That's true.
Well, all right. They're not my adoptive father, but that's sort of the cover we're using. I'm helping him locate some missing people. Seems that someone has asked him to locate some missing guards, and thought that perhaps even an apprentice such as myself might be able to offer a little bit of assistance.
Were these blue dragonborn?
Not sure. Well, I'll switch back.
Switch back to common. Yep.
Missing God's blue dragon.
Yes, they were. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you bringing? How did that come up?
I tell him that we look for guards and that I help you. That's why we're here together.
Oh, of course. Yes. Very good.
And I admitted that the adopting thing is our cover.
Oh, yes.
I admitted that, unfortunately.
Very shallow ruse, truthfully.
I could be, if better at. I'm bad at common. If you adopt me, I think I'd be better at the language. But anyway.
Yes, true. What do
sorry.
you want?
I simply. If that's all.
What happens if he says in Goblin? What happens if I was to say I know where they are?
Well, if you have any leads, we would appreciate them. It would be for the greater good, I suppose.
They work for me now, actually.
Ah, well, that solves that mystery.
Yes. Thank you. We'll be going now. Bye.
Goblin, you didn't know.
That's true. All right, sorry.
They work for me now. Far more use.
Willingly?
Of course.
All right.
Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I have this cantrip thing that lets me understand every language.
Whatever.
Thanks.
Wait, is it Eyes of the Runekeeper? Because that just happened.
No. Sorry. It's
okay.
another one.
It's
Well,
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
that solves that mystery. I suppose you're not going to be wanting to give us any information that would help the people looking for them find them, because that, I suppose, would be against your interests at the moment.
It's one of my invocations, I suppose.
Just say they left. Found better work.
All right. Mystery solved. Appreciate the help.
Oh, never mind. So it's reading any language.
You know, if you want to learn any new magic or better magic.
Well, I am quite happy with my current tutor, but should that arrangement become unsatisfactory, I suppose I know how to find you here.
I come often enough.
Anyway, is there like a goblin, like, I don't know, like some nice thing you say to someone when you're saying goodbye to them?
You say it.
Any particular...
Yeah, not really.
You say it,
Hope
whatever
I
it
see you
is.
again. Please
Yeah.
don't die. Are common.
Don't let the sandstorms take you.
You either. He just finishes off his drink and walks toward both of you,
Mm-hmm.
and fastens up his leather, and he just continues to walk. Walks along the rooftops.
Okay.
Any sign of any aberrations?
They're on him,
Oh.
right next to his waist.
We got a thief.
Seemingly walks down, goes to the northern edge of the city, walks down a bridge, and he dips out of sight.
Does he pass us on the way out?
No, he goes
Okay.
down another. He
Okay.
goes another area.
Okay.
Okay, so I go back, tell you guys what happened. Your apprentice was very quick, I think, from what I could tell.
Yeah,
full of surprises.
I need to switch to goblin to talk good. Or gnome. I'm good at gnome. But not common. It's hard.
Shola's a treasure.
He slayed a great slaver in Lake Reach. It was very
I
epic.
did.
It was his first blooding.
I slayed the great Rashira.
Great. Cool.
Where are you guys
She
going
was
now?
so big.
We should
8
probably
feet
head-
tall, easy.
Guess we have to go
Nice
under
Guys.
job.
Had 4 arms.
Okay, let's go find that guy's couch.
Talking huge shit. Okay.
So we're gonna
Anyway,
say like the couch inspectors.
so
Sorry.
missing guards work for Knowledge right now. So
Mystery solved.
that's solve the mystery. That's about all we could get from him.
Hey, is there like any is there like any pots or like random things that aren't nailed down around me?
Why?
Because I heard that these guards were like, the mystery's over. I just want to know.
defectors.
Sure.
There's a pot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking kick it.
Okay.
She'll cast mending.
pots. That was my family heirloom pot.
No, she'll mended it.
grandmother's urn!
She'll mended it. She'll mended it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Anyway, moving on. We go to.
That was my pottery diploma final assignment.
I fix. Shut up.
So, do we go to this guy's house?
Yeah. So what are we gonna tell this guy? He apparently doesn't know it's there. But we gotta get into his living room.
How much was what most of us heard, by the way? Like, was the part about Naldreg's like interest in goblin kind, like that we heard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no. Only you did.
Right.
Everyone
Okay,
checked out.
Oh, you
I
relayed
share
like
that.
all of it, right?
Yeah, I relayed everything that
Yeah.
happened. Okay, so we go to this person's house. I mean, we don't need
All
to
right.
do
Oh,
much.
all right. I think, believe it or not, even I tire of conversation from time to time. I think I've got this handled.
Oh, do you have charm person?
I'm gonna walk into Dralasar's house. Dralasar's here, the shop.
Dralasar is just a house.
Yeah.
He's 4 shops north of the house. Knock. You can see it's just a normal stone, like sandstone house. And as you open up the door, you can see this kind of almost disheveled, not very well taken care of. You can see flies like buzzing around one side of his ear. It's kind of like, well, his ear, one side of his scales. He opens up, he's like, "Hello?
Dralasar, correct?
Yes.
I'll bet you 20 gold that there's a secret passage underneath the city, underneath your couch.
Sounds like a scam."
Here's the money. If there's a secret passage under your couch that leads underneath the city, then you pay us 20 gold. If there's no passage, then I pay you 20 gold. How about that?
This is
Even
Xanathar's
better.
gambit.
What if we just give you 20 gold?
To look under your couch.
Come on, you look like a betting man.
I'm not going to invite a whole bunch of strangers into my house.
I try to persuade him.
Okay.
No one has any charm
Damn.
spells.
I have persuasion. Why didn't I get to roll a persuasion check?
I don't.
I'm persuading.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
persuade.
persuading.
Can you use Phantasmal Force
9.
to scare the shit out of him?
Not so much.
All right, I'll give you 5 gold to allow us to come into your home so you can show us what's under your couch, and then I'll
Only one
bet.
of you.
Okay, just me, and then I'll bet you 15.
Okay. And he allows you to open up the door, and you allow it in, and all of a sudden he closes the door, and he's just like, with a small little dagger, he's like, watching you.
Please, this is your home. I would expect nothing less.
So, the 3 of us are outside, or
Yeah,
4 of us,
yeah,
whatever. 5 of us are
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
I show you guys.
All
We just
right.
want to break the door in and
So
go
show
to
us this couch.
We'll give Lasker like.
So
5
here's your
minutes.
5. Here's your 5 gold, and then we'll bet 15.
I don't hear
Okay.
anything.
That there's a secret
There's
passage
just-
underneath the
there's
couch.
2
Okay.
small couches that are stuffed to the
I gotta
side.
kick another pot.
And he's like,
All right. Shall I? So you can keep pointing a knife at me. All right. I'm gonna try. It's gonna take me a minute. I have 8 strength.
it's fine. You take one of the couches, moves over the side, nothing there. You move over to another couch, nothing there.
Okay, I'm gonna make an investigation check to see if I find anything.
And he's like, 5 gold.
I'm gonna make an investigation check for secret passages.
Okay.
That is a 20.
Oh, thank God.
You see, just over to this side, it's just more or less to the wall, and as you unfurl it, there's a small little trap door. And he looks down, he's like holding the dagger, and he's like, "You made the door."
If I made the door just now, I don't think I'd be able to go through it now, would I?
So what you're saying is that this goes underneath the city.
Sure does. Use that information wisely. Now, can my companions come down through this door
Toll,
with me?
5 each.
Toll.
Just do it.
All right.
Him. He's some weird. He's
All
holding a knife up
right.
to you. He doesn't deserve the money.
So,
Buy some rocks or some
all right.
coins.
So you owe me 15 gold.
We probably could have used the little sigil.
There are 4 of them, so all told, I still owe you 5 gold to let the rest of them through. All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll give him 5 more
This is
gold.
gonna
This
bite
is
us
the
in the
smoothest
ass.
part of today's adventure.
Yeah, it's gonna bite us in the ass later.
I advise you to forget that this passage is here.
Oh, I'm gonna start charging so much.
Oh, we're gonna be in so much trouble. All right,
Whatever.
let them in. Let them in.
Not our problem.
He opens up the door, and you guys all manage to go through. You guys drop underneath.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
He
if
closes
anybody,
the hatch, and you just hear like.
okay, very important. If anybody ever asks if we've ever met Dralasar, we fucking haven't, because I have a feeling that some stuff's going to happen now. We have no idea who Dralasar is. We've never met him. We have never bet with him about couches. It's not. I have a feeling
We were right. None of that happened to me.
none of that happened. Nobody else knows who this man is. I don't know. Where are we? I don't know. We found a hole. We're in it.
Love
Okay.
that. I've never seen you so
As you
energized.
go through this large hole that seemingly goes
We're
through
going to
this,
be in trouble.
this large tunnel, it kind of T-bones into 3 different directions. You can see there's magical sigils kind of lit along the top of the roof. You can also hear like this large. But apart from that, you can't really tell as it echoes all the way down.
The screaming from the hellscape again.
No, it's different screams.
Oh, different
Seemingly much
screams.
more guttural.
Okay. Someone else is in trouble now.
You can also hear like. But apart from that, you can't really tell. There is an arcane sigil along the top of the roof, though.
What does that say? What's it do?
It's seemingly one that you heard of before. It was it's another light spell, seemingly common among them.
So same kind of thing. If I use it there, I can cast the spell.
Mhm.
All right.
Lights up the area.
So are we heading down?
Sure. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
Okay.
There's 3 different directions: right, left, center.
Is there any like
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception.
signs? Any signs?
A lot of it is written down in drow onto the side.
Okay.
I got a 19 for perception. So is there anything I can perceive about any differences between these 3
The
pathways?
center one has the most amount of drow sigils onto the side.
Okay.
They seemingly almost. If you almost had to look at it, it would be like location bases.
Okay.
And then one to the right has only 2, and the one to the left has nothing.
If nobody can.
Is this directions for what's down the?
You know when you see like a crossroads, like
Yeah.
it has like a large wooden post.
Okay, it's
There's,
okay.
like,
It's that. So I got it.
Yeah.
But I do have true reading, so I can read the drow writing. Actually.
Sure. One just says on it, the center says, "Way to Hadagar's hideaway," and then gives a series of names.
Okay. And
Aisha's in the back. Like I can do that too.
One of the names that are off to the side is Orbis, Cavalea.
so as you're doing that, as I'm reading, I recite to everyone what they say.
It's a collection of names.
Just a question of names. Do these names mean anything to any of you?
Not really. The one to the right says tunnels to north.
So that
Towards a
says
fire
tunnels to
giant.
north. Anyone have any preference
And
for
then
where
it
we
has
should
like
go?
a small little sigil off to the side that just says frost giant, fire giant in several bracketed letters.
I don't think we have to go very north. I think we mostly need to go down.
Okay.
I have a feeling the aberrations I sensed, well, really the only
They can be
lead we
giants. Giants are aberrations, aren't they?
have. No.
No, they're not.
Oh,
they're
they're
giants.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I don't think we need to go north. I
We
feel
wanna
like
go
that's
to
the wrong direction, because once we're done here in Kepisa, we go back south, I think, for the long haul.
Down towards Bad Dog's Maw.
So, not that way.
Yeah, so we're looking for wherever this major city.
Yeah, we'll have to find another inn. Maybe do a whole nother shopping episode.
Well,
What are
presumably.
you talking about? I just gave
Yeah.
you a tunnel sign on the way to Hadagar's hideaway.
Yeah.
That's what it literally says.
Is that where we're going?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to have to go Saturday. That says
Yeah.
how to go Saturday. Let's go down that way.
Guys! Oh my goodness. Okay, where are you guys going?
I think I said
We're
it.
going down that tunnel. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
As you continue to go down, you can see as the lights continuously go, you can see they suddenly begin to close off. And you can see the tunnel seemingly go up larger. You can see this large creature off the side dragging a large club over. You can see 3 of them. You've seen them before. Carrion crawlers lining up the side, coming across its feet. A large loincloth that hangs off with a strap over to the side. A singular eye that glows in the darkness, seemingly goes over. And as the club drifts over, the light continues, but still shrouded in the darkness, a silent floating eye in the distance. Who else there?
Oh, it's the drow. Yeah. They like to keep Cyclopses
Who's
as their
holding the
guards.
emblem?
Oh, okay.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Friends, I assure you.
Friends?
Yes.
Who look blue?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll like try to get closer so you can see.
Okay, you can see it just wink slightly. Well, not wink, but blink.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Cyclops. You can never tell if they're blinking or winking. Prove.
I'm quite blue, aren't I?
Many things are blue.
Alright. Clever. You're a smart one, aren't you?
Smartest in land.
I believe it.
My makeup's blue.
Anyway, I suppose this is what you're asking to see, right?
Magic. Can't read.
Yeah,
And you just
hold
like see a
it.
large, like almost like giant hand. Can you just like tap on it? What'd it do?
It's the... We are guarding these drow tunnels.
I ground tunnels.
Yeah. And this is the emblem that... This crest proves that we are friends of the people
Magic.
who- What about everything's magic in here? It's the drow.
You drow?
Friends of.
Be able to cast magic.
Well, I guess I can...
Do a cantrip.
I can...
Do a minor illusion.
What? Okay, what do you want to see?
Me.
Okay, Sano walks up.
Alright.
Alright, here we go. And he casts minor illusion, created a copy of you.
You see it as much as he can. He just goes,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see as it kind of blows up, as he just looks over astonished. He goes, and he begins to grab it and try and go. He's like, oh, oh.
While he's distracted, let's just make a break for
And
it.
he's like totally distracted, like he's not even paying attention.
All right,
He's
let's
just,
We
like,
just walk past
by.
him.
Let's just walk by,
Right.
guys.
Nice.
you just seemingly walk by him, and like the moment that it fades, it goes, "I'm good day."
Thank you.
Alright.
You too.
Thank you.
Whatever time it is.
Have a good day at work.
I'll make
Bye.
sure I let
They
everyone know
carry
how
cards
brilliant
that
you
that
are.
attached to his belt, just going and begin to move way up to you, but you just skirt around them.
Goodbye.
We could
Have fun with your pets.
As you come across the side, you can see that the tunnel slowly begins to move its way forward. As it extends, it opens up into this large chamber, coated onto the side with these blue fungal mushrooms that begin to vapor around this huge cavern-like material. You can see a larger city made of metal and jewels that begin to form its way through, seemingly melded and welded through the side, burrowed over. A city 5 times the size of Kepisa begins to outstretch in this huge outboard cavern. Nothing but rocks and stone cover the top parts of it, with fixtures of blue and green and metal sticking up into the ceiling. Down at the central base of the obelisk, covers down to a large base. You can see just underneath, as it begins to curve down from multiple entrances, opens up the city gates. A collection of drow, blue dragonborn, black dragonborn, whole collection down here. You can even see some rock gnomes off to the side.
Still no reds?
Pardon?
Still no reds?
No
No
reds.
reds? Okay. Wait, not a lot? Like I see one?
Give me a perception check.
Yes. God damn it!
More reds.
I see fucking nothing.
You see like a collection of like rubies off in the distance. They look like the shape of a person, but not really.
I think I saw a red dragonborn over there.
Is it a good time to cut it? Or like coming
Yeah,
up
we
to
can
the
cut
radio?
it here if you
This
want.
seems like a good place to start next time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You guys are in Hadagara's hideaway.
We've made it!
Yay!
Finally.
Lots of antics.
You guys avoided a lot of major fights, and you guys don't even know it.
Oh, I know it!
So we stumbled through that adventure, but stay tuned for
Sorry.
more adventures.
Sorry, it was like a talking episode, but we had like how many episodes of combat in a row?
No, I
Quests
freaking
and
love
Queers
this!
will be back in 2 weeks. Not
Sorry,
next
guys.
week, but the week after.
I
We
want
got
to
some
ha-
character
And we'll
development.
see you
of
in 5
Don't
minutes.
apologize, I loved it.
Not
Oh,
treating
we're
Ruby like a
welcome to
child
You're
this
probably
much.
gonna be. Probably gonna be.
Yeah, probably. Well, it depends if we have attack.
Yeah.
We
problem.
got it.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
it.
cool.
We
got it
got
covered.
it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
We got it. We're
Speaking of texts, thank you for our 2 lovely texts, Kyle and Danny.
Yeah, kind of.
Do you want to show yourselves, or are you cool back
You wish
there?
to reveal yourselves?
No, they only
No?
can see you.
Alright.
No, that's a no.
No one
from
could
them.
see your hand, but that's okay.
The invisible forces that keep the live stream going.
There we go. I think
The
Brett's
less
still
not
blocking
as
you, but
invisible.
anyway.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
watching. Make
watching.
sure to subscribe to us on twitch.tv/questandqueers, youtube.com/questandqueers, Twitter @QNQ Gaming, and of course check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/questsandqueers. We are sponsored by Toronto Gamers, music by Foxamore, Brett,
Is that it?
Charlie,
Yeah, I
Ada,
guess that's it,
Alex,
yeah.
Mark, good night.